And I'm not joining the meeting, then got the email from Owen, which was a completely different meeting.
Yeah. This is the one I've just WhatsApped, the one I've used to speak to you guys now.
Yeah.
So hopefully they'll see it. Who's next? Is it Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's me.
How are you feeling, voice?
Knackered.
Oh dear. Oh.
I'm tired.
Looking ready for it.
You're lucky. 20 minutes ago, I was in my PJs talking to Andy.
Oh, I missed a treat.
Not really.
We've been watching a program about primates. Some of them had colours like you're wearing.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Signing in to witness the handover. Yeah, we've we've eaten.
I'm raring to go, as you can tell.
How are they feeling?
I think I'm going to stay in here for a bit because I've now got to admit people to the meeting. So listen, laddies, if you can possibly avoid it, don't log out for the rest of the evening.
Okay. So
why does that lock it out?
Well, it just means we have to manually let you back in.
Oh, I see.
At the end of the world, if it happens, you can just message because I'm going far. I'll be around.
All right.
The phone's tight. But
okay. So if I walk away, I'll leave it filming, but I'll just mute it.
You can just mute it, Pete, if you need to go off. Just
and if I'm not here, Charlie, I'll make sure the laptop's in reach of Charlie anyway. So,
have you been banished, Owen?
Have I been what?
Banished.
No, but I might go and try and put my feet up as I've only got about hours till I'm back on the bike again.
That brown object appearing is Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there she is.
Very well done. I like
you
that.
might have to get rid of the backdrop, lad.
It's very clever.
Three giants.
Yeah, exactly, but we can't see Joe.
Why
That's good, not bad.
No, if it's for three giants, I should be one of those.
It's very clever software.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Very, very clever.
Yeah, well, Andy, how are you
10
doing?
seconds, Andy.
It's all everyone's forgotten you.
You got 1 minute 10 seconds.
Let's give him a countdown. Good man, Andy.
Despite the dismounting the sort of Zoom meeting, I'm still over 30.
Are you going to give us a sprint finish like earlier?
Hard work playing catch up.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to most when you get off? What do you want most?
Drink. I'm having a drink.
Drink. He wants a drink. Funny that. Not that kind of a drink. That's not a drink.
No, I don't think he's talking about water.
I know. Look, it could be a brandy sour from here. Hard to tell.
Have you still got your cocktail bar going, Andy?
Not in the captain.
He's in it, isn't he?
Time for me to go, isn't he?
Jim, I like the backdrop. Oh dear.
God bless you. I'm waiting for
10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and
well done, man.
I cannot believe I'm doing this again.
Lovely little sunset through the windows. And a well-deserved
very
shower.
nice, isn't it? Yeah, like hiding.
Is it cooling down in there, Andy?
Yeah.
Quick enough.
Well, no, don't worry.
Oh dear.
Ease off the chalfonts.
Oh, say a rapid pain. Well, the difference. No pain at all. Just knock it right back.
Really?
Loosen up.
You have to give me that label again. And she's off. Is it?
Oh, look at that thing. Yeah. Blimey, it really is.
That shirt now hanging in Andy's shed looks a bit like a gurning hoop. a yoke for a horse or something.
Yes, I thought that when we got them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
yeah, I
Andy
see
should,
what you're saying.
Andy should do
Yeah,
some
I never
gurning.
noticed that.
And so these would be the worst 5 minutes, won't they? The getting the sore muscles going again.
I can't get you in with that.
How does it feel, Charlie, starting out this time round? Yeah. Yeah.
10
No
o'clock
words.
will not be coming around soon enough.
No words are required.
No, I know.
Oh my God, they use it as dental floss.
Charlie, what will be your beverage of choice? Finish with the peddling finally.
My beverage.
Of choice. When
I think I'll be having a beer later on, I think.
a beer, good. In that
Yes.
case, I will join you with a beer.
Absolutely. I think Callum will be joining us for a beer at midnight.
Fantastic.
Well,
So
any
are we-
opportunity for him. I know,
Will we
obviously.
Jim, I guess because you're now banned from the garage. Probably my fault for making you shout last night.
That's all right.
You won't be peddling at midnight, obviously.
I will not be peddling.
In fact, you might indeed be sleeping.
Highly unlikely to be there, but
Yes.
I'll stay up another half an hour or so if I can get through that.
I'm hanging, but I'll doze probably for half an hour between changeovers, and I'll be there at midnight.
Joe's quietly dozing.
Oh, is she?
No, she's in screensaver mode.
She's had her hair permed, as you can see.
That's what's going to happen to my hair soon.
You've had your hair pierced.
Yeah.
Ooh. And when you woke up, you were Maggie Thatcher.
It happened.
And there was this awful man there. His name was Boris. He made me drink Domestos.
I'm fine. That's about it.
That's his American. Yeah, apparently, Catherine told me that he's back in the market tomorrow, so Boris is back on. Oh, well. I've been quite enjoying the last few weeks. I realised for some reason the idea I was saying, I was on a bike ride a couple of days ago and it popped into my head that, oh, nice, I've not heard the voice of Boris Johnson, Nigel Farage, or that Pratt Rees-Mogg for weeks.
Yeah.
Rees-Mogg should be shot.
And, in light of all that, I don't really care what's going on because they're all a bunch of twallocks and just the voices get my hackles up. And it's all beginning again tomorrow. We'll miss Dominic Raab when he's gone.
Really?
No.
He's ordinary dull. He's like us, But I want somebody ordinary and dull, really.
It was like a rabbit in the headlights.
Oh yeah, out of his depth. But I mean, that's
the first press conference. It was embarrassing, wasn't it?
That was the humanity of it to an extent. But then again, who wants people younger and less experienced than oneself? It's a bit like the policeman these days, isn't it? Right, blueberry, anybody? Yogurt, almond.
Oh, that looks nice.
I dropped it in
Glass
my
of
lap.
wine, Charlie.
Oops.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I'd like all of that, please.
Oh, it tastes good on the lips.
Right, faxing it over now. Well, licking it off the screen, actually.
That water, amazing, wasn't it?
Maybe I should lick it off the screen.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Quickest way to clean it.
Thanks, Pete, sharing.
Yeah.
Sharing is caring.
Who wants to be my dentist?
Oversharing.
Yeah, I think that might have been slightly.
It's after the watershed by 5 minutes.
Yes.
Oh, Timmy, you're so licky. Right, walnuts next. Very good. I haven't trawled through the helmet cam footage. It's been a very broken up day between popping around for bits like this. I've really got not much done in the day. I didn't see any sunshine outside really, apart from pottering with the bike, but no actually dedicated sitting down in a deck chair or building a hammock or anything. And I think the sun's gone now until about a week and a half from now.
Yeah.
There's been some compulsive viewing on the telly today.
Well, it's been good. Yeah, I couldn't. What else are you going to do? Have to be there for that. But more importantly, I've not had a chance to see what my helmet cam trawled out. So maybe there's some stuff that I can that's worth uploading. A few screen captures for moments in the day. I'll chuck it all into whatever we decide to do, Dropbox for whoever's going to be the video whiz to put together.
I think it's going to be very quiet when I come into Gigi's tomorrow and I haven't got people to talk to on the telly.
We're all becoming.
Where is everybody?
It's a
Set
form
up a
of
live
Do
YouTube
some
channel.
turbo
You could get
sessions
loads
together.
of followers.
Yeah. It's a taste of celebrity. It's a bit like being on the telly,
Yeah.
even though you can see the audience out there.
It's very strange when we're sort of upstairs watching the telly upstairs earlier on. You know,
Pigtailsandpvc.com.
watch your friends on the telly.
Lardy channel, Lardy TV. Do you think anybody in the real world tuned in from the outside?
No.
Lindsay.
No.
Our next door neighbours they tried to, they couldn't
God.
catch us. But they're very kind. They gave a £50 donation. I've got, to my knowledge, 50 and a 30 and a 30 and another 30 coming. Yeah, from Owen, whose dad was born in this house. In fact, he was the sofa I'm sitting on used to be where there once upon a time was a kitchen and one of those old wartime steel bathtubs. So his father used to get a bath about where I'm sitting.
Oh.
And he himself is now 86. So yeah.
Now they want to get in.
Yeah, we've done well, haven't we, on the
So might get up
fundraising.
with a few stragglers. Might make it to 3.
You've done brilliantly.
Very
Yeah,
good.
really pleased about that.
Yeah. So thank you guys for doing all that work setting it up. And all the far more hard work peddling as well.
Yeah.
Sitting here eating yogurt, watching you work. Knowing my job is
Yeah, why
done.
didn't I say to you, Pete, that you should do this particular shift?
Well, if you pull a hamstring, my bike and the turbo are just over there anyway, so I'll be ready to get on for the midnight pedal. I don't think anybody's going to break at this stage. So I don't know. Probably I will. Yeah, I think go and catch half an episode of Line of Duty.
Oh yes. What series are you on?
Episode 4 of series 3.
Ooh.
So it's remember the firearms cop who was knocking off all the blokes who buggered him when he was on the football team.
Oh yeah, we'll go and watch that then. We'll
That
still
one.
be here when you come back.
And we got Dodgy Cotton, who's the insider in AC12, and you can see he's fighting his gambling habit. Might be about to return, so I'm interested to see when he's going to crumble.
Oh, yeah.
He's surrounded by all of his pay-as-you-go phones for his dodgy dealings with his contacts. So we'll maybe get half an episode of that. I'll be back to see you at handoff again before you get off.
Yeah,
and
handing over
anyway
to Ricky,
later.
I think.
Yes. Okay. So I'm going to set my timer for 50 minutes from now. 45 minutes from now, I'll come back and look for you. Is that okay?
Okay.
So let's just set it now, and then I haven't forgot it. Set it and forget it. Otherwise,
And then Owen.
Otherwise, I will forget it. Right, I'll vibrate in 45 minutes.
Okay.
See you there.
See you later.
Oh, crack on.
Yeah.
Get some non-copyright music going.
I know. Well, I'll just have to put it on slowly, quietly.
Yeah, I could strum a guitar if you like. You wouldn't like that.
Joe, you can ask me some of your easy quiz questions.
Okay.
But they've
Leave
got,
me with
they've got to be key stage 1 questions, not
Hand over.
know the
I
answers.
can do like 80s music and things.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay, yeah, we'll do a quiz for you.
Okay.
What is your name?
I have no idea.
Is
No,
your favourite
unfortunately,
colour?
what day is it?
Yeah. They all blur into one. Joe is a very good quiz master.
Well, so I gather, yeah.
So when we drive up to Durham, we do long quizzes. It's good fun.
I do. Oh yeah.
Passes the time.
Yeah. We've done some good quizzes. I've been doing them on Zoom things during the week with people. Having fun. I'm rubbish at them. I'm notoriously bad.
Joe, they're doing the making of. Oh my God, look at that. You got your phone?
I've got an iPad, even better.
iPad, got it. Should we go mano a mano
On music,
on whatever you want?
it's a dead cert. You'll win that one, Charlie.
Well, no, I don't know about that.
Let's have a look, see what we've
I can
got.
go on anything. Just to while away the time. Otherwise, I look and I just think, right, I won't look at my clock again for another 5 minutes, and I look and I haven't even done a minute. Like, oh,
No,
no.
Yes.
don't look. It's awful.
I said exactly the same to Joe. Time suddenly started slowing down on this
Yeah.
one. I looked down, it's 47 minutes and a few seconds. And then when I looked down
No,
again, after about
sometimes
3 minutes, it's
think,
still
oh,
on 47
yeah.
minutes.
Yeah, I know, exactly. So I have to I cover up my garments so I can't keep
Yeah. Good idea.
Okay, let's have a look what we've got.
Look at that. It's got a crossbow and fishing rod.
Okay.
Look at this. Fantastic. Oh my God, they're climbing up it. She's just looking at celebrity gossip. Oh my God, look at this, Joe.
Okay.
It's going up 200 feet. God, it's making me feel ill.
Are you ready? And do
yeah.
the Smooth Radio 80s music quiz.
The Tentilio.
Yeah. Okay, question 1. Who was the lead singer of the 80s band Frankie Goes to Hollywood?
Oh God, what was his name?
I know.
I can't remember his name. No.
Holly Johnson.
Who?
Holly Johnson.
Holly Johnson, of course it was, yeah.
Name
1-0.
Yeah.
Name
Yes.
the Bucks Fizz won the Eurovision Song Contest with in 1981.
What was the question?
Name the song Bucks Fizz won the Eurovision Song Contest
Making your mind
with.
up.
Correct. Who wrote the Bangles' 1986 hit Manic Monday?
Oh, is it? It's not the Bangles, is it?
It's the Bangles, yeah, Manic
It's the
Monday.
Bangles.
He
Yeah.
did it.
What was the? What was the question?
Oh,
Prince, who
Question
wrote?
wrong. Who wrote
said
it?
the
Oh,
Bangles.
sorry.
No, I thought you said Prince.
I can't hear you very well.
Okay, all right, let's
Sorry.
closer. Okay.
let's put the volume up.
Your hair looks lovely.
You like that? It gets all sticky up bits now.
I think my hair's stuck in pigtails now forever.
Okay. Which 80s Michael Jackson song are these lyrics from? She was more like a beauty queen.
Oh, Billie Jean.
That's right. Who was the first act to perform at the Live Aid concert in London in 1985?
Who opened it? I don't actually know. I could guess, but I don't know.
It was Status Quo.
Oh,
Whoa.
Oh, wow, the mind.
What sort of population had a hit with Yaz with the song The Only Way Is Up?
oh, they were the.
That's-
Oh, what were they called? Don't know.
Plastic.
It was Plastic.
Population. Yeah. I know the song.
I'm beating you by 2 at the moment.
Which
I'm obviously
female
tired.
Yeah, it's hard to do it while you're
It's
concentrating.
hard to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which female vocalist is missing from this 1981 lineup? Bobby G, Cheryl Baker, Mike Nolan, and
That was Bucks Fizz, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what the other one was called.
I had a massive crush on her. Now, what was she was the naughty one. There's Cheryl Baker and
I would only know Cheryl Baker. I don't think I'd know the other one's name.
G, something G, like Nicola G or
Bobby G is
Bob-
the man.
Yeah.
J. It was J, Jay. That's her surname.
Jay Aston.
Oh, Jay Aston.
Oh, okay. Well done.
Which American rock band had a hit
Do I
in
get
the
half a point?
80s? No. Which American rock band had a hit in the 80s with Eye of the Tiger?
It's the
Who sang it though? Don't know.
go in your class here.
It's Survivor.
3.5. I'm winning by 3.
You are. I'm rubbish.
And
Which
Oh.
band formed in Leighton Buzzard in 1978 chose Christopher Hamill as their new lead singer in 1981?
I don't know.
That is,
No.
Simple Minds?
No.
Having a clue. I don't know.
he was otherwise known as Limahl.
So who was the band?
Who shy.
Yeah, no, I know them all. Yeah. Oh,
But who was the band?
It was Kajagoogoo.
Oh,
of
God.
course it was. Yeah. I did know. I did actually know that. If you know what I mean.
Kajagoogoo.
Yeah.
Which reggae band are best remembered for their successful 1982 single "Pass the Dutchie"? Pass the Dutchie on the left-hand side.
Oh, musical
Dutchie
you.
on the left-hand side. Right.
Yes.
Musical you.
That's right. That's right.
I couldn't remember. So it's now 2.5.
Which song gave Madonna her first UK #1?
You go first.
Into the Groove.
Correct.
Oh, you didn't let me
I had that on
guess.
a quiz last week.
I think
Yes.
you should only come in to see if you can steal, like on the
All right.
chaser.
All right.
I think that's Candy Girl was an R&B song by which boy band?
Oh,
Candy Girl.
yeah. I can see the videos. I don't know I can't remember what they were called.
They were called New Edition.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Pet Shop Boys gained 4 #1s, including West End Girls and It's a Sin. Can you name the other 2?
No.
No.
No? Steeler?
I know them when I hear them because
Yeah.
my roommate Alistair Hodge played them incessantly.
Okay, it was Always on My Mind and
Oh,
I didn't know Heart.
Heartbeat. Scottish singer Mary Sandeman had a 1981 #1 hit. What was her stage name?
Oh, I do know this. I think Claire Grogan.
You can only steal when Charlie's had a go.
Claire Grogan.
No, it's it's
Ha ha.
Annika. Her hit was Japanese Boy.
Oh, I remember that song.
Okay.
She
Claire
dressed
Grogan was with
girl.
Altered Images, wasn't she?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Claire Grogan was with Altered Images, wasn't she?
Yes.
she was.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Next one. Only one British girl group achieved a UK #1 hit during the 1980s. Can you name them?
Bananarama?
Spice Girls.
Bananarama is wrong.
Spice Girls.
1980s. Spice Girls in the 90s.
Bananarama. Ooh, Little Mix.
Respectable.
I can't remember that name.
Tay.
Salt and Pepper.
Yeah, take or leave it. You're never gonna be respectable. That one.
Oh.
Respectable.
It was.
This is exciting viewing, you know.
Mel and Kim.
Oh, Mel and Kim. Yes.
Okay. George Michael began his solo career early in 1987 with a duet with which singer?
Aretha Franklin.
Oi! Yes. All right, you're now changed the rules. You're now jumping in.
You imposed the
Right,
rule.
because I said the same thing, so.
Correct. Doctor in the TARDIS was a 1988 electronic novelty pop single by which group?
The Daleks.
Don't know.
It was the Time Lords.
Oh, I knew
Oh, yeah.
it.
Which British singer had a #1 single in the UK with a cover version of the song It's My Party with Dave Stewart?
It's my party. Annie Lennox.
No.
This is worth quadruple point
What? Why?
because it's really hard.
No.
It's someone called Barbara Gaskin.
Oh, okay.
That's the Hampshire Gaskins and not the Surrey Gaskins.
There's a
Okay,
big
question
difference.
15. Which American singer and teen icon is famous for her 1987 cover of I Think We're Alone Now? Think we're alone now.
Sonia.
No. Anyone
Sonia?
around? Think we're alone now.
I can't think. I've got absolutely no.
That is Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Oh, of course it
They're
is.
interchangeable.
Think we're alone
They're
now.
interchangeable, so I get a point.
Yeah.
Half a point.
Okay. Do you want more questions on 80s music or a different category?
You showed your wide-ranging knowledge. I think I won by 2 points.
That is a truly astonishing thing. How about 80s music lyrics?
No.
You can really get him on that.
Lyrics if you sing them in the right tune when you're saying them.
I don't know any lyrics
Lyrics
at all.
quiz.
I can't play that.
Can you guess the 80s songs
I'm going to have a
from
small
the
top up and then
opening?
that will do me.
Okay,
you want one?
Yeah, why not?
You're going to
Yeah.
leave your glass there.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, this is a good one. Yeah, this is a good one. You playing, James, or not?
Is it lyrics? Or...
Yeah, it's lyrics,
No,
but it's
I
quite
don't.
easy.
No, Joe, I don't know any lyrics.
Okay,
so
ready?
songs.
Okay, here we go. It's
What?
close to midnight and something evil's lurking in the dark.
Thriller.
You didn't want to play?
Thriller.
Yes.
See if you're going to be glass. Arnold. That's just
It's
easy
really
now.
hard not to read them in the rhythm of the song. Okay, here's the next one. Shot through the heart and you're to blame, darling.
Through the heart,
You give
and you're
love
to
a bad
blame,
name.
oh, you give love a bad name.
Toby.
Yeah,
What's the name of the song though? Bad name.
yeah. Charlie's got it already. You give love a bad
I
name.
said that first.
Okay,
I
here we
sang
go.
it though, so I get points.
Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers. Here we go. Next one. Harry Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray, South Pacific, Walter
That's
Winchell,
Billy
Joe
Joel.
DiMaggio,
Billy Joel with
Joe McCarthy,
Let's-
Richard
let's,
Nixon,
um,
Baker Television,
And Madonna.
You Don't Need to
North
Lose
Korea,
the
South
Power.
Korea,
You don't
Marilyn
need-
Monroe.
You don't need to lose the power.
Isn't it Vogue? Isn't it Vogue?
No,
No, it's Billy Joel. And it's, you don't need to, because the world is turning.
and the
the
world's been turning. We didn't start the
fire.
fire.
We didn't start the fire.
Okay.
Okay, here comes another one.
I'm
Hey,
winning 2-0.
hey, little sister, what have you done?
Terence Trent D'Arby.
Wrong.
Hey, little sister.
No, that's Dance, Little Sister. Don't give up the man. That's not the wrong song.
So I got that
Hey,
one right.
little
Do
sister.
I get a point for getting that one right?
No, it's not right. hey, little sister. What
Fine
have
if you had
done?
to drink since you finished your shift.
I think this is glass number 5.
That explains it.
It is. Hey, little sister, what have you
It's
done?
Billy Idol
Yes.
Oh, of course.
with
Nice day for a white wedding.
Yes. Okay.
You can ask Ricky about that.
Okay. Here we go. I'll read it, and then if you don't get it, I'll
So
sing it.
Ricky dyed his hair blonde for his 30th birthday.
I remember seeing some photos.
And then when he dyed it back, it went a kind of shiny shoe polish brown. Chestnut brown.
That's unfortunate.
It was horrendous. It was horrendous.
Okay, here comes the next one. Give me time to realise my crime.
To realise my crime. Culture Club.
Yes, yes,
It's who?
Culture Club.
it is. Give me time.
Do you really want to hurt me?
To realise my crime. Do you really want to hurt me? Okay, here comes the next one. I come home in the morning light.
I know that one.
Come home in the morning like my love.
Yes,
I can't think what it is though.
yes.
Say what you have to do with your life.
Yes,
Who is it?
it is.
Come home.
Girls just want to have fun. Cyndi Lauper. I come
Come
home
home.
in the morning like my life. Said when you're gonna live
Do with
your life.
your life. The girls just want to have fun.
You two should form a girl band. You're great singers, both.
Yeah, we'd be so successful.
Good, wouldn't we? She's got a smile, it seems to me, reminds me of childhood memories.
She's got a sweet child of mine. She's got a smile and it seems to me.
Yeah, you can be our backing singer.
I think
Yes.
we'd be good. I'm actually Craig from Bros.
Oh, of course you are. Yes.
I used to have the quiz.
Yes.
So he wasn't called Craig, I don't think, but Viz named him Craig and he left the band soon after. They really took the mick out of him.
Okay. I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made it through.
I made it through the wilderness somehow.
Shush. Is that another Madonna one?
Yes, it is. Not that I would have guessed it from that. You turned into a lumberjack star or something.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, I've only got as far as it's Madonna. I can't get Jim's.
It is. I made it through the wilderness. Somehow I made it through. It's like a virgin.
That's the one.
What's like a virgin? Maybe heard it.
When I look back upon my life, it's always with a sense of shame.
All right. What's the next song lyric though, Joe?
It's just a confession.
Enough of this drunken talk. Let's have the next lyric.
I don't know. I'm losing the plot.
Okay. When I look back upon my life, it's always
Oh,
with.
Pet Shop Boys.
Yes,
It's a sin.
that's right. I believe. Oh, sorry. I believe that children are our future.
I
Michael
believe
Jackson.
children are our future.
Not Michael Jackson.
No.
You know, I believe the children are our future. Treat them well. And
Well, and let them lead the way.
is that not Michael Jackson?
Stevie Wonder?
No,
Oh,
Paul McCartney?
no. It's a woman for start.
Whitney Houston?
It's Whitney Houston,
Oh.
the greatest love of all.
Oh, we're halfway. Thank you, guys. That's
Yep, way.
Keep up the good work.
We're talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway.
Well, tell us the next lyric for start.
Could you repeat those, please? I
It's a
can't.
biggie.
That's why I'm
We're
sitting up.
talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway.
The next lyric.
No idea.
We're talking away. I don't know what I'm to say. I'll say it anyway.
Oh, okay.
By Alan Parker.
I should know that when I saw them last year.
Going away. It's Take on Me.
course it was.
Take me on.
Okay, here we go.
The biggie.
It is the best lyric ever.
So she's blown it. It's going to be a Prince song.
I guess I should have known by the way you parked your car sideways
Little
that it
Red
wouldn't
Corvette
last.
by
It
Prince.
is.
Oh, Prince.
Giving that away.
Couldn't help it. By the way you parked your car sideways.
I wouldn't have known it
said
otherwise.
wouldn't last.
Jim,
Oh.
can you message Owen to say that he needs to come in because someone's trying to get in? I can't reach the iPad. The laptop, please.
Yeah.
I can't imagine Owen's watching us.
She was more like a beauty queen from a movie scene.
Oh.
I know that this is Michael Jackson. Billie Jean.
Yes. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places.
Well, Tears for Fears.
Yes. Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick and I think of you.
I know that. Sorry?
I know, so do I.
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick and I think of you.
It's a slow ballady one. I can't think who it is.
Who sung the last song?
The last song?
Yeah, all around us.
That was Tears
Mad World at Tears for Fears.
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick. I think of you.
Oh, I know the lyrics. I just can't think. Female artist.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know.
Lying in my bed, I hear the clock tick. I think of you.
It's Cyndi Lauper.
There's nothing you say. Go slow. I fall behind. If you're lost, I can look and I will find you. It's Cyndi Lauper.
Time.
We got there.
Okay. Poor old Johnny Ray sounded on the radio.
Poor old Johnny.
You can blame Andy for the technical. Denton,
Come on, Eileen.
you basically don't log out.
Runners.
Don't log out of Zoom now because Andy made me reset it. So you just need to keep it live.
Nice.
You're not going to want to leave this riveting video anyway, are you?
No, not with the pigtail thing.
Doing
going on
80s
there.
lyrics.
I go back to sleep.
Do you want to join our quiz?
Why not?
They keep dripping.
Dripping.
Boo! You should suck them.
No. This is a family show, remember?
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm not even going to respond in any way.
It's gone after 9 o'clock. We're past the watershed.
Exactly. What we like now.
Oh,
How's it going?
cats.
Good. Just finished dinner, so
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
How are you doing?
Eating for 3 hours.
I had to cook it first, but yeah.
No, you're cheating.
I don't need to cheat. I'm winning. Right, come on. You can join in the lyrics game.
Okay.
Are you
Where are we?
looking it up? Are you Googling?
No cheating.
No, it's you have
This
to
is
know
no
this.
cheating.
It's 80s lyrics. You need to
And
know.
you're
this.
allowed to sing them as well if you like.
Excellent.
Okay, if I get to know your name, well, I could trace your private number, baby.
If I get to know,
You're just making it.
Oh.
wanna hold your hand.
No.
No, it's not that.
Oh,
Good try though.
I spread
I thought you were
this around.
starting in the right zone.
I know what the song
If I get to know your name, well, I could trace your private number.
Baby.
No,
Don't know.
mine's turned into Times Like These, which I know it's definitely not because I'm just watching
If
that.
I think Pet
I
Shop
get
Boys.
to know your name. Don't know it?
You
No.
spin me
It
round,
is,
round, right
yes.
round, baby.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There we go. Okay.
Who
ready?
is it then? You need to say.
It's dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
Okay. 6 o'clock already. I was just in the middle of a dream.
Rachel, I'm not sure that wine glass is large enough.
that's
is a
banana
goldfish
armour,
bowl.
isn't it?
Not
That one?
banana.
Jim keeps teasing me by putting his wine glass right in front of the camera.
Cheers, Caps.
That's the view I keep getting. That's so
Ching,
good.
ching, ching.
Is it time you can go now? What sort of friends are you all sitting there quaffing?
Oh, lovely.
Just
Oh,
remember, Owen's got to go last.
Poor friends. Yes, I think he's relying on everybody else coming to cheer him on for the last bit.
who?
Is it not as hot in there now? He was a little wetty.
It's not as hot, but it's still quite warm. But I haven't got the door open or the fan on. But poor
Charlie,
else,
Lindsay says you're doing a fantastic job. Lindsay says you're doing a fantastic.
23 minutes.
Yeah,
23
not long to go.
minutes.
Over halfway.
Yeah, nearly 2/3. I'd like to break it down.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You've done 2 lots of 20. Sounds better.
Third left to go almost.
Who'd have thought
Nearly
you
at
could
the,
have so
three-quarter
much
stage.
fun in lockdown?
I haven't seen you.
You can consume by the end of it. My stint. You've
I haven't seen your
by then, Rach.
You what? Sorry, love.
Will you have finished your glass of wine by the time I finish my shift?
Oh, for sure.
By the time you finish wiping your face.
Yeah.
Are we able to see what your gym looks like? I'm intrigued. Or is that not allowed?
It's a garage.
You can, but
To some people it's a gym, other people it's a red room.
Is there a layer of toys behind the plywood?
Well, I don't know, but we saw an outfit that Owen was wearing that was
Oh, the rubber.
the rubber kind of weird.
that's just for Saturdays and special occasions.
He'd forgotten it was a gym today and not the red room. Came in
Yeah.
in the wrong outfit.
We signed an NDA, so we weren't going to discuss the red room.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is it. Sort of.
What I hadn't appreciated, it's all sideways on in a nice, neat line. which
Yeah,
is
so
quite
it's kind of we're all sort of face it, it's width ways. So the length is that way, the front
Yeah.
the garage doors are that way, and the study doors that way. So everything's set up width ways across.
good. Yeah, it's good.
So you've got the bikes all vertical up against each wall, by the rowing machine, our bikes, bench, weights and stuff, mirrors.
Oh, mirrors.
They're really good, actually. They're really flattering mirrors. They're fab.
Are they? Oh, I might just come round before I
They're
go
We've
out.
concave.
full sense of security after lockdown.
Are they slightly concave then, or convex? I don't know. Go round it goes.
I don't know. I think they're like the fairground ones, but they're all gone.
Yeah. Nice.
Right, I'm coming
They're
over. Don't feel good.
Yes, when we actually do get out of lockdown, it won't be real. We've been kidding ourselves for 3 months.
No,
We can only go in and out the double doors of the garage.
We'll wheel you out.
Yeah.
Nice.
So is Owen the last rider of the day then?
Yeah, he's at 11. So Ricky's next at 10, then Owen's at 11, and then I think he's hoping that everybody join for the last 15 minutes or so, either on the bike or just on Zoom, it doesn't matter. Just to and to have a drink at the end, so we can take a nice photo and record it for posterity. Can't say the word. Posterity. Posterity.
Posterity.
Pretty.
Say it again.
What is it? Posterity.
Posterity.
Prosperity.
I don't know.
The problem with you guys is you underestimate Charlie.
Why?
My entertainment value.
We underestimate that.
She's great.
I do it on purpose, really. You know,
Yeah.
it's real.
Yes. How are we doing?
Not bad.
God, it's whipping by.
It's going right.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Yeah. Not when you're on the bike. The time
No,
slowed
I
down.
know.
Right. Time really
Oh, 8:30. I was watching with same Andy. I was on the sofa in my PJs, going, I promise I'll be there by 9, Andy. But I just the thought of it was just horrific.
Yeah.
Especially
But
with
at
me
the end of the day,
yawning at you and sculling white wine.
Sorry. I am broken. For many different reasons.
Just when I'm not working.
You must be on about your third bottle now, Jim. I mean, you've been going since about 5 o'clock.
Tastes good. I'm building up a nice acid stomach.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to need some antacid at this rate.
All that
What are we
cheese,
on?
wine.
Cheese,
Yeah, cheese.
wine,
Yeah,
Buns.
say earlier.
with these kind of bakes that are pumpkin seed and Emmental cheese. They are absolutely amazing.
so cheese on cheese.
Yeah,
Double cheese.
double cheese. Cheesy.
Nice.
Squeezy, cheesy peas.
I'm not sure this is helping, Charlie.
No.
I'm used to his dribble, really, aren't I?
That could be misinterpreted on this.
I
Well,
I said dribble.
Denton was still smiling.
I said dribble with a B.
Oh,
No,
dribble.
oh, okay.
I thought you said dribble.
No, I said dribble. I'd
Dribble.
never use dribble when saying your name, would I?
I thought
We
we had a dribble joke earlier, didn't we?
I'm not sure I want to know.
No.
Crossing the road.
Oh my goodness. Next 15 minutes is going to drag on for about 5 days,
It's
isn't
going to
it?
be long.
Could be.
Right, why didn't you get me a glass of wine? Self off.
I'm not sure you need one.
No, probably not. Oh, she sat back down.
No, I need to propel up.
Oh, right,
Just
no,
Your
she's
fingers or whatever. Here,
trying to
cheers.
stand up.
Oh,
There
Joe,
we
she
are.
must have done a 10-mile run today.
Yeah, 10 miles of hills, so it was a killer, actually, especially in the heat.
Yeah, exactly.
I was impressed by the pace. Thank you very much.
Able to keep, were you on,
How long
I
does it
assume you were on
take
the
to-
mountain bike, were you?
I was on my cyclocross. Oh, look
Oh,
at that.
okay.
Hove interview. Smells good.
We can say rapidly, go off some people. I'm glad that it's 1:45, not 1/4 hour, because otherwise
Like a gentle caress on the neck.
You can have one, 15
the
minutes.
good job is I don't actually like white wine.
Joe, bring the bottle of red, will you?
I knew you were going to do that, Rachel. Then
No, I'm
he's
kidding.
going to put your rosé or your red in front of the screen.
Rachel, straight in. Thank
I'm
you.
going to start
darling.
charging it for this entertainment, you know.
You have to do a little bit more than that, Charlie.
Details.
Dripping pigtails. Look at my dripping pigtails.
Disgusting.
No, that's
pigtails.
your back hair, Jim.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
are people
that will
pay
blend
good
into
money to
one.
see that. On my new website, drippingpigtails.com.
You could get probably quite a lot of subscribers to that.
I already have.
Oh.
Only Charlie knew.
Well, we've all got to diversify at these times, haven't we?
Totally.
Yeah,
Creative.
we really have.
There you are, I see.
Yeah.
15 minutes, Charlie. Just go.
Only 50.
How was your run today, Joe?
Nothing. Was that?
Was that Rachel?
It was me. I was saying, how did your run go today, Joe?
Good.
She is here,
Survived.
look.
I was about to say, can we see?
Oh my God, she's like the queen. She's changed clothes again.
I know.
Yeah.
Four changes. Gotta do something. I'm bored.
Yeah. How are
That's
you
fair.
doing?
Good. Yeah. Really good.
Well, other than you're meant to be running the marathon today.
Oh yeah, apart from that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit gutting.
It would have been too hot anyway.
Yes, I
would.
think it would have
I
been.
think that's right.
The Celtic
Yeah.
blood would have shone through.
Not so good.
Really.
You can do it in October. It'll be fine.
I don't think they'll run it in October.
They
I
will.
think it'll be April again. I think it'll be
Yeah.
next time. I hope they tell us in time this time, so that we don't
Yeah,
get
'cause-
up training and then not do it.
Because how much
again.
warning then was it for you? It would have been, what, a month?
I got up to 18 miles on the long run, so I only had one more to do, one long run to do, and then it was tapering. So
Yeah,
don't
so it's about a month
really,
out.
yeah, it was about a month, yeah, 5
Yeah,
weeks out
5 weeks out.
Oh, man.
of
Yeah.
the 16-week program.
Oh, that is gutter.
I'd been getting up at the crack of dawn. What can I do? All right.
How long did it take to run 18 miles then?
What was it?
4.5 days.
No.
It'd be like 4.5 years for me.
Monday, she came back on Friday.
3 hours. 3 hours.
3 hours. That's
Ooh.
not bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a
All
hell of
right.
a
Yeah,
pace.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Nice
It's a
one.
good pace, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was doing all right.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
really good pace.
You're such an old man, Jim. You're the
Time
one.
I'll leave Joe here to act as my proxy.
I'm sure she's really happy about that. Where's Charlie? Is she still riding into a wall?
Looks like it. Doing the samba.
12 minutes.
Yay!
What's
Nearly
that?
there.
You actually look like you're on one of those skiing machines, you know, that slides from side to side.
I was just trying to save my bits.
Oh my God.
What?
That's an actual thing.
Does that get the blood going again?
It's not good.
Didn't I tell you need to wear really padded shorts?
I don't
Really?
like it. I get a
It's
really
my
numb
fourth time
bum.
today.
Yeah, it's not comfortable. It's not.
Jim, can you ask O to come back in?
Yeah.
I can't. Actually, I might be able to reach.
No, don't worry.
That's right, I've done it.
Oh, go.
Ricky coming in, I think.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yay.
Hey,
Ricky.
Hello. Hello.
Happening?
You are him. What on earth are you wearing?
My other
Oh my-
PBA.
Your outfits don't get any quieter, do they, Ricky?
No, this is to ensure visibility.
Always wise on your
Yeah.
show.
it's quite handy when you're on a peloton.
Okay.
This lot teasing me with their various large glasses of red, white, and rosé.
So Charlie's only got 10 minutes till she can have one.
I'm having one when I'm on there.
I got 2 hours.
You drinking your beer as you go, Ricky?
I might have one last 5 minutes or so. Yeah.
Good
I'm
call.
going to do the last 5 minutes. Charlie's going to bring me one.
Cool, right, let me just go top up.
By the time he gets here.
Right.
It's all gone a bit electronic.
Yeah.
Are you gone
Ricky.
Dalek-y, have you?
Ricky's gone a bit electronic.
Oh, Ricky's disappeared altogether.
Ricky's got a bit Tron-like.
Right.
No,
Isn't it like a sheddy thing?
no, thank you.
Where's Andy?
I think to,
Why can we see his shed and nothing else?
well,
The
because
best way,
True.
trust me.
he's probably in there somewhere,
Lying on the floor.
underneath, so he can't see him.
Recovering from his daughter's driving.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, we're under 10 minutes.
Yeah, 9 to go.
Ooh.
Oh,
Almost there.
yeah, nearly 8 minutes.
Time for you to sing us a song, Charlie.
She could, but she doesn't know the lyrics to anything.
Oh, so rude. I could sing a song, but I didn't always know who they were.
Yeah. Michael someone, the black guy that turned white. Mike, oh, what was his name?
Yeah, well, no, he was white, wasn't he?
Buble.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Ricky? You giving us a tour?
Oh, we've got a new angle.
I'm changing my angle because you were too far away before. I kept having
to get your best
conversations.
side.
Couldn't.
Were you not happy with the video from this morning? You gone for your,
I couldn't hear. With what?
were you not happy with the angle this morning? You've gone for the other side.
I couldn't hear anything was the problem. It was too far away.
Oh, okay.
I kept having these like.
Andrew,
I mean, I had a great.
the conversations I've just had for the last hour, you might actually want to move it again.
I'll just close
Go
it.
on quickly.
I had a great conversation with Pete. I handed over to Pete for him to start his like outdoor ride, and he's like, "I'll give you a tour." And I said, "Okay, yeah." He said, "So we go, yeah. Here on the left is, and now coming up on the." And over there, I went, "Yeah, you know what, Pete? I'm going for a shower. I'll see you later, mate."
Well, that's what he's like all the time, though, Ricky.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and he lost his front brake. Like a minute before I was due to hand over. But he was very calm under pressure. All those hours in the flight simulator, obviously had a good effect on him. So I was like counting him down. It's like 30 seconds, Pete. He's like, "I've got this." Oh, 20 seconds, 10, 9, no problem. And off he went. Has he actually crashed? Anybody seen him?
No, he crashed his bike because the front brake fell.
I think the chain fell off as well.
He's clearly very good.
Chris Froomed it.
He's funny though. I do like Pete.
Yeah.
Lots of frogs.
It's
Good
been
crap.
the stalwart conversation of the process, definitely. It's been
Did you know Shakespeare died today?
I did actually. Someone told me. Who was that? Oh dear. Yeah, we've had tours.
How are the legs, Charlie?
Knackered.
Coming up 5 minutes. Just 5 more minutes.
Oh, no, 5.
Yeah, I was going to say. You've got 10 fingers. You can do 10 if you want.
No. I really don't want.
Nice. Do you need one of these Peloton? I like these Peloton things. They're that massive television.
Are they really good, the Pelotons?
See, I didn't want one. I was dead set against it, and Jeannie like made me get it. And it like a week before the pandemic hit is when we got it. So thank God we did. But I mean, it's good. You can. There's classes and stuff, which I'm not really into those. But I just do like scenic rides. So I can just select, like I could do the California National Parks ride.
Oh, nice.
This morning, I did the Italian Alps ride. So I could do, there's an Australian one. That's quite nice. So I don't know. Hana Highway. I think that's in Hawaii. We do that one.
Denton today, you can go out on the Chiltern Hills. It's real.
Oh, in like actually out of the Chiltern Hills.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold phone attached
Actually
to the
out.
front of the bike.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it was quite nice actually. It was a lovely bit of sunshine. It's quite quiet. It was good.
Good.
I was surprised it worked so well. So.
Did you have the phone facing out?
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
a bit boring otherwise. You'd just be staring at me. Oh no, that's what we're doing here.
Ooh, it's so rude.
So rude. It's so rude. I'm going to go in 2.5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
You're just going to go sideways.
Yourself off that bike.
Yeah.
So when are you next out for a bike ride then, Charlie?
Tomorrow.
I don't think I'll be going tomorrow. Can we give it
I bet Owen will.
Yeah. He'll do a turbo tomorrow.
Might be just taking the dog for a leisurely walk tomorrow.
Sounds like a plan.
That will do.
When are you going for a bike ride?
Oh.
1 minute.
Yeah, it said suspicious email. I completely agree with that.
The fact that it's suspicious is neither here nor there. What was the content?
Your skis.
Oh. That was suspicious.
It was highly suspicious.
Lodge.
Oh, right. What time is it? Oh, 3 minutes.
Minute.
I've got 2 minutes for 15 seconds.
Are you actually cycling or just attempting to dance like me?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting up because otherwise it's a bit noisy.
I see.
Can you hear the music,
I
Charlie?
can't hear everybody very well when it squeaks.
Yes.
So
Is that Venga Boys?
What?
whatever you want it to be, Rach.
Little Louis. It's my 90s house classics.
Nice.
Minute and a half, Charlie.
Yes.
Oh, getting excited.
Oh, moment too soon.
Maybe you should do like a lap of honour. Do an extra 10 minutes.
No, you're right. We're going to do that at the end.
No,
Do
we're
10,
not.
15, 10 minutes at the end. But
I'll salute you with a beer.
only sit on the bike and pretend no one's finishing it.
1
Not actually
minute.
gonna
You have your
work.
1
warning.
minute.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Mm. Corona.
Here we go. Ricky is fire up that bad boy, Ricky.
30 seconds.
All right, I'm underway. Was a bit tight fitting, then I remember.
Looking
It's a bit
good,
brighter as
Ricky.
well.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well done.
Well done. Cup of tea?
Oh,
Not one
cup of water.
Cup of
Yeah.
Dots.
Oh. You all right, Ricky?
I'm all right now. Ask me in 59 minutes, 24 seconds. Might not be.
Yeah. Ask you in 59 seconds.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh,
Yes, I'm kind of dreading that last hour now.
you won't be on your own
Yeah, I
then.
bet. It's late for you as well. Jeez.
Yeah.
Just pedal softly, Owen.
I know, there's not going to be any other way. Trust me, my legs are like lead.
Yeah, I bet.
Just go outside. Cycle on the roads.
Cycle at night, be nice.
Quiet.
Yeah.
Won't be anyone out there.
Exactly.
The thing is, I'd have to go up and down the road 20 times because there's no way I'm doing any hills.
Look, if Captain Tom can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Very good point. Well argued.
How's your bits and bobs, Charlie?
Oh, I don't want to know.
Numb.
This is a child-friendly YouTube channel. We keep getting kicked off.
No, we said
It was
watershed.
it was your wife that introduced the subject, Owen.
Public information film.
Did. He's 5 glasses down. You're not going to believe him, are you?
And also, there is no watershed on YouTube because it's before 9 o'clock somewhere in the world.
Or 9 o'clock here, I've got it covered, don't worry.
Good point, well made.
Exactly. So on that note, I'm going to go and get my last bit of recovery. I'll be back in about 25 minutes. Probably some lycra-ish stuff.
Rubber.
Or not.
It was rubber.
And I shall see you all for a drink before 12.
Mm.
Very nice.
Yes.
Are you sending them round?
If only.
I'll get Callum to drive round.
Only.
That'll be all right.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong?
Hey, probably as safe as me driving right now.
That's very
Is
true.
he driving, Callum?
Yeah, it's learning, yeah.
Oh, he's learning. Right.
Yeah,
That's a terrifying notion.
absolutely. That's why I haven't been out in the car with him yet.
Have you bought him a car?
Yeah.
What have you got in?
We've got a Renault Clio.
Cool.
Come in. Do you want to bring the laptop in?
Don't forget his dad's XR2. What a piece of machinery that was. My first
Yeah, I forgot about that.
was doing donuts around a car park in his XR2.
That was the first time you met him, wasn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. He was wearing one blue Converse trainer and one pink one.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, doing donuts in his XR2. I thought, Christ, what a knobhead. And
Yeah.
that opinion's never changed, really.
Who's this?
Owen.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
That's what he said
husband.
Earlier on, though, he's very hard to take off, you know. 32 years.
He wears many hats, Charlie.
Rubber as well, obviously. Lycra.
For some bizarre reason.
Yeah.
A mankini with a rubber top.
It was, wasn't it? It was
like white.
It was like a cling film mankini with.
It really was.
You should get him to wear that skiing next time.
I don't think I've seen that one. Send me a photo.
No, he was wearing it earlier.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Not a good look.
Sexy.
No.
No,
Maybe
it wasn't.
somewhere in the world, but not in my world.
No, not ours.
No. I'll just be nice.
Yeah. No, definitely not. I'm going to go and have a shower and slip into something more comfortable.
Ooh.
Family channel. Family channel.
My
Yeah.
PJs. And we'll be back in my lycra for 11:45.
Well done, you.
Well done.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, he did
Thank
brilliant.
you. Thank you for
Charlie.
your entertaining quiz, Joe.
Welcome.
Excellent.
Quiz? Do I get a quiz?
Goes down the bed.
I'm heading off now.
If you can guess any of the songs from the lyrics.
Yeah.
With Jim singing them.
God,
It's not easy.
Don't worry about it.
I thought I'd put a twist on that. I want to hold your hand, Ron.
Charlie, is that a hula hoop on your wall?
Yes,
A bit closer to me. I'm not allowed to.
Hmm.
Oh, right.
I can actually hula hoop.
Nice. Like
I'll
it.
try it now.
Oh, go on. Show us.
No, another day. Hi, Ginny.
Hello.
You
Technical.
all right?
Angle it around. Is that better?
We need to get his best angle. Apparently, it wasn't quite angled properly.
Yeah, he looks slimmer like that.
Oh,
Much slimmer.
go high again.
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
go look down.
Nobody needs to do that.
Right, so I might see some of you later.
Yeah, take care.
Okay,
Bye.
thank you for keeping me company.
No, good. Actually.
Bye, see you later.
Bye, I'm back.
Bye. See you later. Oh, I think, oh, yeah.
Yeah, come say goodbye. Right, I'm going to shut the audio and say goodnight to Joe. You can take that in whichever way you want.
I don't want to know. I'm too old and too young.
Just video. Don't just shut the audio, please.
What does that stop video?
Yes.
And
It stopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Is Pete doing another? No, it's just.
No, it's just Ricky and then Owen.
Cool.
Is there nothing on TV tonight then, I assume?
Nah. Not a lot. What time is it your way?
4 p.m. I live in Texas, Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've done all right, actually. It's not too, none of the times have been too obnoxious for me.
So what other ones have you done?
8 p.m. and 8 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
There's a bit of rearranging to engineer that, to be fair. I think they had me down for 6 a.m. originally. So not doing that.
No.
So is it really hot in Texas where you are then, or?
It's all right now. It's about to get hot.
Right.
Today's been gorgeous, actually. This whole weekend has been like sort of 20, 25. So it's perfect.
Nice.
But very soon it will be like 35 and very humid. And then it's just too hot to go outside for any amount of time then. So like when we ride, we have to start riding at about 6 a.m., 6 or 7 in the morning to get a decent ride, like an outdoor ride, obviously.
Yeah.
To get a decent ride in, because after 11 o'clock in the morning, it's just
Too hot.
It's dangerous, really, you know.
Yeah.
There's a ride I did once. It's like a rite of passage for cyclists in Texas. It's called the Hotter Than Hell 100. It's in August, and you do 100 miles in 100-degree heat.
Ooh.
It's the most miserable experience of my life, really.
Oh, that sounds like torture.
Yeah, it was awful. It was about, I got done about 2:30, 7 in the morning to 2:30 in the afternoon. It's all about sort of controlling your temperature and your hydration and stuff, more so than the actual riding. You know, there's people just like dropping like flies.
I bet.
So it was awful. But
Sounds pretty dangerous.
Yeah, I'm amazed they do it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty good at managing it. There's rest stops every few miles and things. But yeah, when you get towards the end of it, the rest stops look like bloody army field hospitals. You've just got all these people laid out on cots.
Oh my God.
Trying to rehydrate.
It's like an episode of MASH.
So did you make it to the end then?
I did, yeah. And actually the worst of it was the headwind. It was a 20-mile-per-hour headwind for the last 20 miles, which just, if it hadn't been for that, it would have actually been all right. Because I'm sort of relatively accustomed to riding in the heat and stuff. But, you know, wind is bastard, isn't it, when you're riding? So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a struggle. But I made it. And I don't think I'll ever do it again.
Sounds pretty hard work.
Right? Like, there's about 13,000 people in it. It's
Bloody hell.
Yeah, and it's by an Air Force base. So they do that sort of classic American thing where you have to start with the national anthem, right? Like every sporting event starts with the national anthem, and as the anthem finishes, we got a flyby, a flyover from a military jet from the Air Force base, and then a cannon start the thing. Oh, well, I'm never going to do that again. I'm never going to be in a sporting event where you get a flyover and a cannon.
Cannons and jets. Nice.
Yeah, that's quite impressive.
That's pretty awesome, yeah. And it just went downhill from there, unfortunately.
Oh.
That was a couple of years ago. I was in better shape than I am now. So,
How long you been in Texas then?
12 years. Yeah, quite a while.
Yeah.
Where do you guys live?
Not far from Owen and Charlie, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bucks.
Yeah, we're just about 5-6 miles away from them.
Tiny.
It's nice around there.
Yeah.
How do you know? I mean, is it your kids went to school together?
Yeah. Alistair, our son Alistair was in the same year as Callum from year 3, which would have been, I think, 8 years old.
Yeah.
And then they went to the same senior school as well until the
Callum
equivalent of
changed,
sixth form, and they've moved to different places.
Oh, cool.
But yeah.
Do you ride a lot with Owen?
No, I avoid it like the plague. He's obsessed. Far too obsessed.
Yeah.
No, I'm too slow. So.
Yeah, and I think Owen as well. He's doing it all the time. He's on it religiously
Every day.
Whereas it's sporadic, I think, our end. So.
Yeah, he's in incredible shape, really.
Yeah.
He's obsessed with it, like you say. You know?
Yeah, it's a real passion.
Yeah.
You're part of a club though, aren't you? So you're out a bit.
Yeah, well, not right now, obviously, but yeah, not in normal circumstances. I go out every Saturday on a road ride every Saturday morning, and then in the summer, like do Wednesday evenings as well. So and it's a really great club. The one I'm part of, they have so many different rides. So you've got lots of options, and they all get sort of progressively longer and faster.
Yeah.
So you can kind of start off and do like 30 miles at 13 miles per hour, and then just gradually go up to 40 miles and get a bit faster every time, and then sort of 50 miles. And I don't really go beyond 50 miles, with the club, but there's some good rides, and then there's training rides for events like that, Hotter and Hell ride.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's great. There's a really good social scene with it as well. So and they do gravel rides and mountain bike rides and stuff as well. So.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. I only got into it about 3 years ago, and I rode on my own for a while. And then I kind of heard about this thing, and I sort of eventually plucked up the courage to go along, and it's good. It's been really good. A lot of new friends and stuff as well.
Oh, nice.
And learned a lot more about bikes and about riding generally, and got in better shape and stuff.
Cool.
There's a few English people in the club as well. So.
Oh, really? Oh, that's quite nice.
So we go for a pint after the rides, whereas all the others go for coffee and a diet muffin. We went up and go for a pint.
Some
nice.
Green smoothie of hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. People
You've
take
got to have a nice cold pint.
They just don't understand that aspect of it, Americans. They just don't get it.
No.
Mind you, I don't think Owen would do that either.
What, have a pint?
Straight after, no. That's like against religion.
Maybe not.
He's changed.
Yeah, he has.
Has he?
Should have seen him when he was 20.
Yeah, tell us. He's not here.
Yeah.
Was that when he was He was quite big, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He was a good size then. Yeah, I mean, he was playing a bit of rugby, but I think most of his rugby career, he'd play half a game and then dislocate his shoulder, and that'd be it for the season. But he'd still sort of carry on with the social side of it. But I mean, we went to college in Buckinghamshire, right?
Yeah.
In Chalfont St Giles, and it was quite a party college, you know. So he ran the bar actually. He was the bar, which was, you know, really not a good move. Putting him in charge. So yeah, so we had a good social group there, you know. But it was a lot of drinking, you know, and a lot of foolishness. It's for everybody, isn't there, at college?
Yeah, totally. So which college was it then over in Chalfont St Giles?
Well, it's part of, I don't know what it's called now. It's been through several name changes, hasn't it? But the one in Wickham, the Buckinghamshire College.
Yeah.
Which I think they do mainly like furniture making or something there. But then they have this offshoot in Chalfont St Giles, like right in the middle of nowhere. This beautiful old mansion house and this gorgeous campus down in Orlands Lake. It's mainly a business school. Now they're building a housing estate there.
Yeah, I know where you mean.
Yeah, that was fantastic. You know where is the Shire Horse Centre still there?
Yes, I think the Shire Horse Centre, does still exist, yeah.
Opposite there, right opposite the Shire Horse Centre.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was a brilliant place because we could do anything we wanted. You know, we were completely secluded, and we had the keys to the bar. So,
did you go to Winkers quite a lot?
No, I don't think I ever did. I was just reading about that. Did you closing it down or something?
I don't know, but they probably should have done. Yeah.
I think it appeared on my old college Facebook page in the last couple of days. Somebody lamenting the fact that it had closed down, but I don't remember it really. Where was Winkers?
I can't remember exactly because I was always quite drunk when I went there, so I don't remember the. I don't remember. But I know it was like in the middle of kind of nowhere, but it was over Chalfont, sort of that way.
I don't remember it.
We live 3-4 doors down from the old Orchard nightclub.
Nah.
Remember that one?
No.
Nah. That was a shithole as well.
We had our own thing going on. We didn't really go to nightclubs outside the college, to be honest.
Yeah.
We had our own scene, you know, and plus we didn't really want to mix with the locals, you know. There's one notorious evening where they came up and invaded, and a massive fight broke out.
Oh, really?
I think Owen was involved in, actually. I wasn't there at the time. I was overseas, but yeah, somebody had like fallen foul of some local kids in Chalfont St Peter, and they like rounded up a posse and came up to the college, and like the bar emptied out, and there was apparently a massive punch up. And,
oh shit!
Yeah, the police got called and dogs and all sorts. But yeah, ask Owen about that. I think he was there.
Oh, he will.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will.
Yeah.
So what took you to Texas then?
Work, and my ex-wife is from here, so we met in England, but her family's here, so we moved for when my daughter was born. We lived in South London, and it was all right. It wasn't a great place for kids, you know. My daughter's 15 now, but yeah, we lived in Streatham. You know, 12 years ago was kind of. I think it's quite nice now. There's a Marks.
Yeah, it's a bit more up and coming. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the time it was a bit rough, you know. So yeah, Dallas is alright. It's a nice place to live.
Yeah.
Sort of. You got a lot of the conveniences of a big city, but it's also it's very manageable. It's quite sort of easy place to live. It's not like living in London. You can drive everywhere, and the traffic's not terrible. House prices are really good.
Yeah.
So you get like a lot of house for your money, and you still earn good money and everything. So
yeah.
So it's a, apart from the shit weather, it's a nice life here. Apart from being either too hot or too cold all the time, it's good.
Yeah.
Well, how cold does it get then when it gets cold?
It gets pretty cold. I mean, it'll occasionally snow.
Right.
A couple of times since I've been here, we've had ice storms, which is the biggest thing ever. The whole city, like if it rains and the temperatures change very quickly here. That's why we get tornadoes, which are not fun. And then the ice storms, it'll shut down the city for days. Takes out all the power lines. It knocks, the ice will knock all the trees down, or the weight of the ice will pull the trees down. Take out the power lines, and then you're just stuck for days and you can't get anywhere. That's happened twice, and it's insane. It's unpredictable. The only thing that's predictable is the heat in the summer, really. Just makes you kind of, like in England, where you spend your winter indoors, sort of hiding from the weather. It's the opposite here. You have a sort of 3 or 4 month period in the summer where you can't really do much outdoors.
Right.
You stay in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Is Dallas a really big city then, or is it?
Yeah, it's pretty big. I think it's one of the top. It's definitely in the top 10 cities in the US in terms of population, and I think it's close to top 5 now.
Right.
There's an awful lot of inward migration from places like California. A lot of companies have relocated their headquarters here because it's a lot cheaper for people to live. Really good incentives. So,
how many people are there then?
I think if you look at Dallas and Fort Worth together, they call it the DFW Metroplex. I think it's about 3 million or something.
Okay.
So it's not like London, it's nothing like that, but it's big enough. I mean, yeah, you don't sort of want for anything here,
Yeah.
Not in Dallas.
It's one of those strange places you never. It seems to be more like an airport terminal changeover type place, isn't it?
There's very little sort of touristic reason to come here. There's not much to see, You can see where they shot Kennedy, and you can go see South Fork Ranch. And that's it. That's literally it. And those are the only tourist attractions. So it's pretty.
Does everyone wear big cowboy hats?
You'd be surprised.
Go for your JR.
In Fort Worth, Fort Worth's a bit more redneck. But yeah, I mean, you see them. You definitely see them. There's no shortage of cowboy-looking people.
Nice.
Owen and Charlie came over. Oh, it was a while ago now, but they came over with Callum when Callum he would have been about 6 or 7, I think. We had a fun time, but it's definitely not a tourist destination. Better place to live than visit.
So do you think you'll stay there, or?
Well, yeah, for a while, but so I just remarried recently. So my daughter's 15, so she'll go off to college in probably 4 years. But then I have younger stepkids now, so I'll be here for a little while longer with them. But then we'll see. I mean, I was going to say I travel a lot for my job. I used to travel a lot for my job. I don't travel at all now, obviously. But, and I don't know when I'll start again, but it's a good place. It's a very easy place to get to other places from. So the most attractive thing about Dallas is it's easy to get out of.
Yeah.
For business and stuff, it's pretty easy to get anywhere. So I would travel quite a lot. which makes it quite handy because it's a big hub for American Airlines is based here, and Southwest Airlines is based here.
So what do you do job-wise? What's your profession?
Software sales to hotels.
Right.
Which is an industry that's in fantastic condition right now, the hotel industry, as you can imagine.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They're not buying a lot of software, put it that way. You don't need a lot of software when you're not open.
No.
What about you?
I work for Deutsche Bank doing IT.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's
so,
nice.
And I actually recently inherited the software licensing team. so we spend our lives defending audits from you lot.
From us lot.
Well, not you lot, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Software suppliers. Bane of my life, actually, at the moment.
Oh, what happened there?
I think my phone's ringing.
Hang on, just take this.
Leave you to it.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of something. All right, I'll talk to you later. Right, will do. See you later. Bye. My uncle.
Nice.
Excellent. I love it. I'm in the middle of something. An epic bike ride. How many minutes are you in now?
30, almost. 28.
Oh, brilliant. That's pretty good going. Halfway through.
Yeah, it's all right, Ricky. If you want to carry on for another hour after that,
I'm good.
Fine.
I'm
sure.
Captain Chaos is in the house.
Well done. Thank you for that. Sorry, guys. I forgot not to sign out last time.
No, don't worry about it. So it's fine.
I'm a fool. I'm a fool for your loving. Right. Back to quite a bit. There's the news going on in the room next door. And I set my countdown. Not very would have helped because nobody would have been there probably to let me in. But obviously Line of Duty was so exciting that I missed my 45-minute countdown and didn't even get the prod to come and say hand over. Was Charlie exhausted?
No, she was still
I think she's a bit fed up by the end.
A little numb here and there.
Oh, it makes my chalfons ache just thinking about that much time in the saddle. The present president of the Chalfont, I see, is doing the Texan bow-legged ride. Are you riding side saddle?
It may come to that yet, yes.
I don't know how they ride them steers in those parts of the world.
Efforts to give me a guided tour of wherever the hell you were this afternoon when you went out on your bike.
Yeah, well,
and here on the left is that coming up on the right, you'll find. I was like, that's all right, Pete. We'll leave you to it.
You should have been there for Denton. He solved all of the technical glitches and was able to give us a fantastic forward view, audible commentary, and it was everything that I wasn't. It would appear that you survived the ride, Denton. And,
just slightly better 4G, I think.
The police van wasn't for you then.
No, it wasn't for us.
What policeman?
Policeman overtook us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was a sting operation. They were going to go and set up the speed trap. But
yeah.
by the time Denton got there, he was no longer speeding.
All right,
by the
I would
time
have
he got
sacrificed the sun.
Your front brake reattached, Pete?
Is what?
Did you get your front brake reattached?
Well, I mean, basically, it's the V brakes, and you've got the cable that goes. You've got the little caliper with the little S-bend nipple, and I've been adjusting it. I just put an old bike computer back on in the last hour before I went back out on it, and to do it, for some reason, I couldn't get the brakes back in, so I loosened off the cable, redid the settings, and it was the clearances were right, but I obviously didn't fully tighten the hex. So the first time I did a stop, which is when I was chatting to you, I pulled the cable pretty much out of its stop, so now the brakes were useless. And front brake being the most important one, I thought, I've got an hour out on the bike with Rose trying to not. Well, I don't want to stop at red lights, but I need to be able to stop if I have to stop.
Yeah.
And by now we were down to about 1 minute 30, so I was doing tech with about. Your countdown was very handy. So with 20 seconds literally to go before I started, I tightened the nut and I was on the bike going. So that was
telling him how calm you were under pressure. You know, the countdown didn't phase you at all. I attributed it to all of your hours in the flight simulator.
Just doing my job, sir. Fapping never helps at a time like that. You got to say it right. Ignore the now's the time to do it slowly and methodically and what's right, because you don't get a second. As it turned out, it wouldn't have been relevant because I personally, I did have a stop because I lost the chain, didn't I? Only for 2 seconds. Andy had a tech stop for power, didn't he? Power failure.
Yeah, Denton did as well.
Yeah, but that was for televisual,
I
advancement.
was just crap at getting things moving.
That was to give us all a better view.
Fine after that. It was great. But
It was fab, and he gave us.
How
It
did
was a
Al
really
cope,
good view.
D? How did Al cope with the ride?
yeah, he did all right actually. He came home and he was a bit sort of wobbly legs, backaches. I didn't realise it'd be that far. I did tell you it was an hour.
Did you remind him that you'd already done 2 hours on a turbo today?
Yeah, he ignored that.
You should tell him to do the math.
And that he's 17 and therefore he should have young, strong, fit legs.
Yeah, I think the sloth-like legs, totally.
I think you have to do exercise, don't you, to get there.
Callum has been renamed Sid the Sloth.
Has he?
Yeah, that's his new name.
Snowflake sloth. Yeah.
Was he not tempted to join you?
No.
No, he's going to join it. No, he is, in fairness.
You don't sound sure.
For a beer at the end.
Oh,
yeah, I'll join for a beer.
surprise.
That's a good point. I'll be back.
I was just reminiscing about college.
Yeah. Ricky, how's Millie cycling getting on?
Yeah, she's doing all right. She made me drive her bike over there. She's at her mom's, so I had to take her bike round the other week so she can actually go out and ride on her own. So,
oh, that's good.
Yeah, she's getting out. It's all she can do, really. So yeah.
Is she out riding you yet?
Not quite, but it's obviously only a matter of time, isn't it?
It's horrible when that happens.
She's not wearing cleats yet. We were going to get her clipped in this summer, which will help, but obviously that's been put on hold now. But she's doing a decent job. She did a 30-miler last summer.
That's cool. Fantastic. Callum's got a bit of inspiration because his girlfriend did 75 miles.
Really?
Or she did she did Palace to Palace last year. 42 miles, which is part of her Duke of Edinburgh. And she's doing her gold next year, and she wants to do Ride London as part of her gold. So she will be 18 by then, or nearly 19 by then. So we're hoping that a bit of that rubs off on Callum. Now, Pete, that's cruel. You're all drinking, and Ricky's not, or is he?
It's motivation. Follow the beer. Follow the beer.
Yes. I got an hour.
On that point, I'm going for a top up then.
You can cycle
see
there.
in a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit empty.
Good luck, Ricky.
Don't log out.
Keep going.
Don't log out.
No, we won't.
No, I'm just taking it. I'm yeah.
I'll see you in a bit.
Muted or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Off to
don't
do
feel like you're
top-ups.
stay, but
Oh, he's muted.
no.
I see.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
you
yeah,
do.
just because then it doesn't have to worry about it.
So,
So,
protection program.
Yeah.
It's all right,
I'm
Ricky. We're with you now. Although you've only got
24.
25 minutes to go.
I keep trying to work out.
I'm going to leave you in Charlie's capable hands while I go and get myself changed and try and drag my sorry butt
Oh man,
back for another round.
Awesome stuff. So what have you got? We are 10:30.
Yeah.
Shout and relax now, Charlie.
I absolutely am. Thank you, Pete. Yeah. In my
Sabo,
PJ.
sorry I missed the end of your stint.
Fine, don't worry. I was suitably entertained by Jim and Joe and Rachel and Denton and them teasing me with their various different classes of wine.
Is it torture or is it motivation? I don't know.
Well, yeah. Joe was doing an 80s quiz, music quiz, so that was keeping me going.
That's a nice idea. Very good. Yeah.
Well, Joe and I love our 80s music, so yeah. So I do a quiz, keep going, because I didn't want 9 o'clock was a tough one.
Yeah, oh no, I just felt your pain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know you felt your.
Yeah, no, I was just like everybody, it's quite tiring, isn't it? Really.
Well, doing the number of stints that everybody else did, yeah, Stu and I had an easy time to do stints, and actually I was even luckier because one was extremely cooling, and the second one with the moving airflow. Excuse me, the afternoon was lovely, and of course the rolling resistance was nicer on the road, especially when your brakes don't work.
I think also because we had such a not much sleep last night because I only had about an hour's sleep before I went on at 1.
That must be hard.
And then of course then Owen had to I went to bed about 2:30, and then Owen got up at 3:30, and then he came back to bed just after 5, at half. So it's
total.
But we've done all right, really, considering.
Yeah. It's just awesome. Complete disruption though. If you're going to sleep like absolute, either you'll be so tired you can't, or it would.
Well, yeah. I've just got to make sure that I'm up and ready for a call with work for 10.
10. Oh, well,
That will do. No, it's fine. It's all right.
I've got to make Sunday dinner when I get off this bike.
Have you? What? Is that Sunday dinner on the Barbie?
No, not tonight. Proper traditional English.
All right. So Yorkshire puddings and Yorkshire Texas puddings.
Yorkshire Texas puddings, yeah. I've got the kids into Yorkshire puddings. They
well done.
They've never experienced such wonder.
Callum refuses a roast if it hasn't got Yorkshire pudding. Doesn't matter what the meat is. It's
quite,
the law.
Quite right.
Yeah.
Well, they are good though, aren't they? Mm.
Yeah.
Weird.
I just did a lasagna which Callum threw in the oven for us earlier on, so that was all right.
That's good.
See, he's looked after you. Good man.
Well, sort of. I had to make it. But yeah, no, it's all right.
Right. Line roast potatoes, Yorkshire pudding. Figure out a couple of vegetables with that as well. That should do it.
Oh yeah, I'll be round. That sounds lovely.
By the time it's done, you could probably be halfway across the Atlantic.
Yeah, probably. Mm.
We better open up the airfield again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a qualified pilot who hasn't been drinking.
Well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Yeah.
Who you can trust. Yeah.
What routes do you do?
1 out of 3 isn't bad.
The routes I'm doing right now are to Aldi and back 3 times a week for groceries.
Going to the immediate past tense.
Haven't flown since something like the 18th of last month.
Really?
And it was day 1 of the lockdown. Wow. So it was my first experience of the empty roads, and the skies were empty. We started up the airplane that evening. It was out to Edinburgh, and by the time we started engines, were pointing at the runway. Airfield was empty. We got there and we took off. Never happens at Heathrow. 25-minute taxi here in the queue. We got airborne. We got handed from controller to controller, and didn't hear another airplane on the frequency. We couldn't see another airplane over the UK on our TCAS, and we landed into an empty Edinburgh, walked through an empty terminal as T5 had been completely empty, and drove through completely empty city to get to an empty hotel that was shutting down the day after we left it. And then we came home as passengers. We didn't even operate.
Oh, really?
And so, that was it.
Wow.
And each day, we're not even getting daily email updates. It's most twice a week from the company. There's supposed to be some plan, but it hasn't been shared yet as to how they will retain or re-attain our flying recency. to make us legal to support the operation as it stands back up again. But who knows when, how, what's going to stand back up.
No.
So my recency will lapse under normal rules. It already has. The extendable rules up to 45 days. I need to do 3 takeoffs and landings normally within a rolling 35-day period, which is easy. That's in short haul. That's some of the guys in the long haul that can be tricky if they're part-time, because if you're on a heavy crew and you've got an extra crew member or 2 extra crew members, in that one sector, only one guy's getting a takeoff and one guy's getting a landing, unless it's one to Singapore and then on to Sydney. So then maybe everybody gets one. But you've got to plan your takeoffs and landings at briefing to make sure you maintain recency on long haul. But for us guys, it's easy. However, when you stop flying completely, that happens. But it's very rare. Really, only things like my wrist smash or an operation put you out of business such that you have to go back into the sim to re-get your recency. But it looks like we'll have to go back in the sim. So normally 35 days. With flight training management approval, we can extend to 45. And we have had an email to say that by default, we're extending to the 45. That's approved for all of us. But for me, day 45 is, I think, something like the 3rd of May.
I was going to say that be coming up soon, yeah.
Yeah, my next roster flight's about 5 days later, so I can't do that flight without doing something else beforehand, and there's nothing else. And the flight, I'm sure, won't happen. I don't believe Lebanon is open, so that's a Beirut flight. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. But I'm not alone. Not alone.
When it does get up and running, there'll be a backlog of people trying to get through the simulators, I imagine, as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're saying they're going to prioritise it. The operation that needs the sectors that need to be flown, and right now, I suppose it's going to be prioritising any freight and long haul stuff that's bringing in equipment or repatriation flights. So the necessariness of us short haul guys, they'll bring us online into a sim only when they need us, because they want to minimise contact. Otherwise, you're thinking about it. If I had to plan that operation, minimum to keep us legal, you want a queue of guys as per a supermarket, 2 meters all the way down the simulator block. Right. They put the thing up on stilts. You walk in, right, we're going to get in, you're going to take the thing off, we climb it to 100 feet, we'll freeze it, we'll put you at 500 feet on finals, land it, and we'll do the same again 3 times, and then get the hell out, we'll get the next 2 blokes in.
Have to clean it first, though, don't they? Sterilise it
because it's just landings, the normal, recency, full simulator check that we do every 6 months, 2 days business. They can't do that for everybody all of a sudden. So our normal expiry of the sim recency checks will be whenever it is, and for me, I'm due in August for that. But just ongoing operational recency, if I was planning it, I'd say, right, we'll do that. We'll get them in there. We'll line them down the car park. They'll all get their 3 takeoffs and landings, and now we're ready to go. Everybody's now back on for whatever their normal expiry of sims was. I wonder, the guys who probably would normally be doing their sims as this is going on, I don't even know, but maybe those are still happening. Because otherwise you have a massive backlog of those as well. And that can be done with social distance. Well, apart from the fact you're all in a box together, but it's only the 4 of you or 3 of you, normally 1 trainer and the captain and the co-pilot. So the briefing room's a fairly big area. It's well ventilated. And we have the same air extraction system on the simulator as on the airplane. It's brilliant. If you fart on your side of the flight, the other bloke doesn't smell it. and the other way around. Which has been scientifically tested many times over the years. So in terms of kind of COVID proofing and all that, yeah. And as I say, I'm pretty sure I've had it, so I wouldn't be worried. It would be down to who else would be worried. I think I had it in January. Yeah. I had a snivelling co-pilot at the end of December. About a week later, I had all of the symptoms, and the lungs just went. I was producing and producing. I was worried every night. I was coughing 3 weeks later, and I was worried that I'd been waking our neighbours who sleep in the adjacent bedroom. It's a Victorian semi. Oh, can't stop that. They must think I'm a smoker or something. And I was making notes in my training log about I came back to training too soon. Lungs aren't working. I feel like I've not got the entire area. And then there was a food poisoning thing of some sort, and that lasted about a week. And I know that some cases of this have had a gastro part of it. And I'm wondering about the smell thing, because there's something, food tasted weird. And I'm thinking now, in hindsight, was it the fact that it didn't smell right? I wasn't smelling right, but I didn't register that. To me, the flavor was wrong. I think I've had it. I think I've had it.
That's like it, doesn't it?
I've been exposed to people, and Catherine, we think, has had it. She's been exposed to, because I did a lockdown. She had to do a lot of self-isolation after one of her GPs did have it, and she had identical symptoms. And because she had it, she has to lock up for 7 days, and so I had to do for 14 days. And never got a symptom. I've been, out to Northley. I was out doing my bike ride every day. I thought I'm nowhere near anybody. Strong as an ox, great lungs. So locked up with somebody who I think has had COVID. So, and I was fine because I'm immune, because I've had it probably.
We hope you're immune anyway.
So although I'm probably now entitled to this test being a family member of a key worker, there's no point me doing the test because it won't find me with it. I want to do the antibody test.
What's
But that's not there yet, is it?
Not there. No, this is what. It's just not reliable, I guess, right?
Well, so I believe the reverse ones, and they're not entirely 100%, but you probably get 80% hit rate, and that would give us some data to allow, in cheap and en masse, some kind of remobilization of a workforce.
Yeah.
And these in the get out that we don't know if people who've had it are in fact immune. They can get it a second time, and I don't know what data that's based on. Is it anecdotal? Is it good science? What's the data set? Gathered by who? What were the criteria?
Well, I think that the message from WHO yesterday was not you can get it a second time, but it wasn't there is evidence that you can get it a second time. It's just there is not evidence that you can't get it a second time, right?
Yeah.
How could there be?
Yes. Yeah. Quite so. Yes. The absence of evidence is not the evidence of and that old one. So here we are, all of us, 65 million pontificating. That's just on this little rock about when we will stop. Mind you, this has been fun. It's magic that we can do this. I hadn't heard of Zoom a month ago.
Yeah. No, me neither.
It's the YouTube of not the YouTube, the FaceTime of all FaceTimes.
Oh, excuse me.
Bless you. Catherine's been sneezing as well.
Silver linings,
I'm spreading her COVID.
Effect is we have a pond just over the road. Just a little sort of neighborhood pond. It's like bloody. It's like the Caribbean Sea now. It's so clear,
Wow.
A couple of weeks, you can see everything in there. I would see people fishing there, and think wasting your time. There's no bloody fish in that thing, but it's actually surprising how many there are. I've seen a bunch in there now.
And you've got kind of funny things like what's the fish you got over there? They're called crappies and things, aren't they?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, you're not a fisherman? Yeah, they're called crappies.
Bass. I think big one here. We
bass,
get
bass and pike birds.
Catfish. It's all lakes here, so.
And they do this. They do all their fishings with lures, isn't it?
I think. I guess bass it would be lures, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure they do.
Catfish are bottom dwellers, aren't they?
Yeah, you would be chucking a bait onto the bed of the lake.
Yeah.
Big old things drag a man in.
Yeah, massive. There's some huge ones here. Yeah.
Is that the COVID cough? It's true. It does travel on 5G all the way from Texas.
That wasn't me.
It couldn't get there from Texas. It would fall off the edge of the earth because it's flat.
That's all right. I took my disinfectant mouthwash before I started. I've taken all reasonable precautions.
And if not that, then the second line of defense would be that Elvis and Hitler would shoot it down with their lasers from the moon.
No. Yeah.
9 minutes. Come on. I got this.
Yeah.
You've got this. Owen's just getting himself. He's ready.
You need to do another 29 minutes, Ricky.
Getting pretty.
Not happening.
He's got Yorkshire.
Take the iPad.
You can stay on if you want. Or come. It's up to you.
So I'm looking in. Andy's still got his gurning yoke up in the shed. Owen, you've still got your gurning yoke up against your fine chipboard wall.
It is a chipboard wall. It's plywood, actually, Pete.
Oh, plywood. Is it marine? I'll settle for marine ply. It's good stuff. That's what you put in the back of your shower, so it doesn't rot in 10 years' time, even if it does get wet.
Yeah.
It's uber ply. So you're going to have a nice floor in there in due course, are you?
Apparently.
Well, you're not consulted.
Oh yeah, one day we will.
And mirrors. It's not a real gym with lots of mirrors. Without lots of mirrors.
We've got some mirrors.
Yeah, they're all on the bedroom ceiling, though, aren't they?
Yes.
They're the hidden ones.
No, the mirrors are just to the right of that picture the screen that you can see.
Right. Which, of course, here I'm not sure because the footage I've seen of me.
Mirrors.
Yes. Yeah. Now, are your images in reverse, Hugh? Because the picture I see of me makes it look as if I'm holding a beer with my right hand, but it's not. It's in my left hand. And I only noticed that this was all wrong when I did the selfie at Kingston
No, just
Bridge.
it's your left. Yeah, it's your left.
Oh, so only I'm receiving a mirror image then?
No, I'm also receiving a mirror image of me, not of you.
Yes, but why does it not show me the same image that you're seeing of me? That's odd, isn't it? Why do you see a mirror of yourself? But anyway.
I don't know. I'm too tired to contemplate that in any way, shape, or form.
It's
I don't know how alert I was. I still wouldn't know the answer to that question.
No, that's true. But I didn't want to say that.
It's not exactly an existential question. Although I did feel a little bit like that thing out in the dark this morning doing the voiceover. If a tree falls down in the night and there's nobody there to hear it, did it fall down? Or Batman's back, or is it Robin? Or is it early morning when I wake up? I look like Kid without makeup.
I just realised that I'm making a bit of an error. I'm making a mistake here. Usually, like if I'm on an actual bike ride and I've got about 10 minutes left, I speed up in the hope of finishing faster. Yeah. That's not going to happen, is it? It's still 10 minutes.
You can just stay at that nice gentle pace.
It's not the distance, but I still did it earlier on though. Still sped up for the end.
I'm not going to be, I don't think.
What to do, eh? Well, maybe
I don't think this will be my fastest segment somehow.
But it'll be your finest.
I didn't have any fast segments.
Oh, come on. You've been chugging away.
15. I think I've broken 15 miles on every ride, so I'm happy with that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
No,
very good.
Definitely.
I don't on mine. No. Yes, I think I did 34 miles, something like that, when I totted it up today. So yeah.
Listen, I think everyone's been incredible. I think the fact that everyone's been dipping in and out and saying hello and
fun. It's really has, yeah. Weekend a lot.
It's Ricky and I talked about earlier on. It's been as good a chance to catch up with everybody as much as else.
Yeah. Monthly meetup.
But it's just that talking to people when you're on it is what keeps you going. It makes it go so much quicker.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
God, my backside sore.
Oh.
Did you lubricate, darling, before you got in the saddle?
Pardon?
Did you lubricate before you got in the saddle?
Yes, it has got some, maybe some Vaseline administered.
Just checking.
You want to put on a pair of Tommy Johns.
I think I'll be sleeping on my front tonight. Let's put it that way.
They'll sort out your keep your giblets in place. How's the timing then? You're on.
How you doing, Ricky?
T-5.
Yep, 4:50.
Yeah, he's doing
6
well.
6 minutes.
Get lost. 4 minutes 45 seconds.
Marvelous.
So I've got 6 minutes on my.
Oh, I might have started early actually. No.
No, I don't think you did. Not according to me.
Well, I'll go till you say stop anyway. So.
Was there a proper countdown?
That's all right.
When I looked at my earlier two segments, the first one on Strava said 59 minutes and 59 seconds, which was quite annoying. So I said, I thought I'll go a little bit longer on the second one, and it came in at 59:57.
Oh.
I think that's a Peloton. Peloton, if you do, because I've selected a specific ride, it cuts off when the ride ends. So I'm in Sydney Harbour at the moment, for example.
It's going to rust your chain, that will.
Yeah.
Why Sydney Harbour? Because it's flat.
It's flat. Hey, I went up to Colombia earlier on.
Oh,
Is that a euphemism?
Yeah. Half an hour.
I didn't. My resistance didn't reflect the fact that I was going up the side of an alpine mountain, but nonetheless, the view did. So,
do you get computer generated views or is it real views?
No, they're real views. It's filmed. Yeah, somebody's out on a GoPro and done it. Yeah.
I think
they're really good. Yeah.
They did the same with it. Was Zwift did that, didn't they as well?
Did they? I don't know.
Yeah.
They're computer generated, I think, aren't they?
I don't know whether Swift. Yeah, Swift. They have. I know they have computer generated, but I'm not sure whether they do real as well.
I thought they'd gone out on the road and then you controlled the pace at which you relived that thing. But I could be wrong. That was when I was researching turbo trainers 2 years ago. And my recollections are as anybody's. Thank you, Woody. Must be getting close now, Ricky. 3 minutes. Nice. Doing digital time. It's 22:57 any moment now. It's pretty good for time lag, isn't it? It works.
Yeah, cool.
There's been no big lags between us.
Better than looking at your wall, isn't it, for an hour?
Yes, it is.
Well, I don't know. Looking at you lot.
He meant TV screen. Definitely didn't be looking at him.
Wall's got a mirror. It's a bit like your gym, really.
I've got to say, I can't wait to go for a beer at the Lardy or the Lardian ride.
Lardian bike, isn't it?
Yeah, the Lardian bike. As soon as this lockdown's going, it looks so inviting.
The logo. God, that's going to be a lock-in, isn't it?
Ricky, you'll have to find a reason to come over to go for a beer at the Lardian bike with us.
I'll have to find a reason and find an airliner that's still operating.
Details.
They'll need a few test drives. We need some willing victims.
Talk of the devil. Andy did say to come and join us from 11:30, actually.
Who's that? Which devil?
Andy.
Ah, good. Stewie's going to be inbound sometime, presumably, isn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Spencer will be around, and hopefully Jim will, although he might have gone to sleep. No.
He sounded like I reckon he's going to flag. He'd had a glass of wine early. Last I spoke, it sounded like he thought, well, maybe he might make another half hour. It's almost a statement of intent.
Ricky, I reckon you got about 1.5 minutes.
All right. I'm showing 1:03, 1:02, 1 minute, but I'll just keep going as long as it lets me.
That's fine. I'm going now anyway. I'll you tell me when you finish and I'll start.
All right.
If I have to go for another minute, that's fine. I might manage it.
I think my saddle's my seat post's sliding down, or I'm getting taller or shorter. Taller. I'm not getting front.
Mind you, you're only at was it 11? It's only 5 o'clock for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got the whole evening to enjoy a beer.
Well, I've also got cooked dinner for these hungry people.
Yeah. That's right. You can have a bottle of wine while you're cooking.
Oh, don't worry. I have every intention of doing that. Already planning it out.
It's going to be a Floyd on food episode. Quick slurp. Now the Yorkshire puddings and a quick slurp.
All right.
One for the pot.
One for the pot. Yeah. One for the chef.
Ricky's doing a full roast dinner.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2,300.
You're off, Ricky.
Ah.
Well done, mate.
Ricky.
Woo!
Feels good.
Ricky, that's not your best angle.
I'm going. I'm flying away.
Batman can fly.
Batman has flown. It's too hot.
I prefer you at the masquerade ball. I can pretend you're a little minx there, but with a mask off. I'm looking at an episode of Steptoe Son between you and me. You're a dirty old man. Good. So,
oh God, have I still got 59 minutes to go?
Afraid you do.
Yeah. Ricky, you're going to come back for the finish?
Yeah, I'm going to have a shower and I'll come back and I'll hang out for a while I start getting dinner ready, and then I'll jump back on for the last 15 as well. In fact, there's not much point showering beforehand, is there?
do you know what I just realised? I didn't take a
Probably.
second shower after my second run. I should go and do that too, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I'm going to shower.
Because I'm going to be minging when I go to bed. Shall I
Oh, yeah.
co-locate at the same time and come back and join you in 10?
Yes. You don't. We don't need to. We don't need to be in the shower with you. It's all right.
Probably not. No, I've got to get the lick marks off my iPad while I'm at it. I could take it in there. No, but then you would see me.
Yes, I think you might. Yes.
Right, I'll be back in a little while.
Okay. See you in a bit.
Leave this up, but I'm going to turn the video off.
Yeah.
Right.
Top effort.
Yeah, no worries.
And I must remember the same. So I will not leave. Don't do the big red button. So before I go, though, a question. Obviously, that's not the gurney. What's the big green hoop behind you?
It's just a hula hoop.
It's not your penny farthing racing wheel, is it?
It's just a hula hoop.
It's not just a hula hoop.
Exciting.
They're around.
Oh, did you hear that? Is that your penny farthing wheel, the hula hoop behind you?
Yeah.
So many wheels. No wonder it's difficult.
I know.
Mind you, I give him points for single speed. Give you the salute. He's doing the thinking man's pose.
The only problem is the spokes have fallen out my penny farthing.
Yeah.
It merely has a rim. You can start again. Building a Heineman's, the roll-off speed hub. That is the hub of all hubs. I think they say something like 14 gears in a hub gear, and it's one is never broken ever. And so people who do bike touring around the planet, they do touring bikes with a roll-off speed hub. So you don't mess around with anything like derailleurs. It's all in the hub, and it's a proper piece of expensive German engineering, and you got gears for around the planet.
Right.
Bit heavy though, so probably not your road thing. If I ever do a bike with gears again, I'll probably do it with a roll-off. I like the idea of not having to tinker with things.
Yes, me too.
Although tinker I must, because the new single speed setup with this time a push-up chain tensioner, that's right.
I've got to get there first.
Is not working.
It feels like an awful long way.
What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
We were getting into tech chat about gears again. I was trying to steer it that way.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I was hoping that Owen was going to chip in at some point.
He's trying to swerve me off it. Yeah.
I can't really hear. My bike's too noisy.
Yeah. Those are the worst times.
I'm enjoying just hearing the dribble being spoken in the background.
A bit of chanter. Well, that's it. Just knowing somebody's there. Actually, that's the nice thing when it is. And that's why I've always felt guilty the bits when I've signed off to go and do something else. And then
That's right. You go and do what you need to do. I'm here.
There's nothing. No, I mean, don't be worried. There's nothing I need to do at all. But I will have a shower.
Good old Dexter on in the background.
What if you want to do about that? I'll go and get clean anyway, and then I'll be able to hear what's going on, and I'll probably just sit and maybe have some telly. And when it comes back to life, when I see some more faces, I'll join back in. But I'm here till the end now. I'm around, so I won't sign out. I'll just mute it, and I'll leave it with a view of something, piece of art maybe. Oh, my naked lady! I'll leave her up for you to. That was our naked lady vase.
Okay.
How's that working?
Charlie, can you bring the iPad back in?
Yes, he is.
Lovely.
There you go. That's for you, Owen, and Charlie as well. It's art.
Yeah. Well, I'm.
Keep going.
But I will mute if I can find the right button for that. Mute. All right. See it's streaming. See you later.
Bye.
Now Pete's been cool as well. He's got the beer.
Oh, yeah. One on? Is it Netflix?
Sky. Right hand side.
That one.
Is it episode 7 or something? Sorry, I'll do it.
Series 677.
Yeah.
Oh, no, this one.
No, it's on there. Watch online. You can volume start that's one. And you can just go there. Thank you.
All right, lad. Yeah, there's no sound.
Yeah, it's a little bit early for me to be cracking the beer. I'm only 15 down.
Yeah, I thought I'd come and say hi.
But boy, can I not wait for that. I think I might crack
I'm
it.
on the bike in a bit.
Oh, very tired legs now. Very, very tired.
Yes. Although actually on the last session, the end of the last session, I was working hard, but when I finished...
Well, I did. I kind of got carried away last time. And I'm still averaging over 19 on this one, but I'm not sure for how long.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and get it to halfway and then just drop right off. And just 17, that's fine, Lonnie, for the second half. Just spit it out. I think otherwise, I might...
Yeah, must have a go on your turn. Because, yeah, I mean, I averaged 19 over all 4 sessions. Well, over, in fact, quite a bit over 19, 19 and a half, something like 19.6.
Yeah, your times have been good. Very good.
Yeah. But I'd say, I mean,
it's dropped off quite a lot this last one.
Yeah, I'm in top gear, which is why you're getting the speed, but say the resistance is certainly less than you've got. So it's not like it's a...
It's still quite warm as well.
Yeah, I thought it'd be chillier, so I put my top on. But...
Yeah, I was had mine on earlier on, then I let the dog out. I went out on the patio and it's still very warm out there. So Charlie didn't have the door open. I thought I would be fine then. I'm not. So I think when she comes in, we'll have to put the fan on. Somehow.
Yeah. Doors and windows open for the last session. And the very nearly, there's a lot of fan here, but I didn't put it on.
It's all a bit bizarre now. It doesn't feel like 11 o'clock at night. I think it's just total disruption all day. And I think it'll take me about half an hour to come off when I stop. And then I'm just going to go bang.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I'm going to go bang for about 9 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I just sort of had the shower after the last one. I was just sitting there, just sort of chilling out. And I had a shave in the shower and just nice and clean. Sat down on the bed and I was like, oh no, I've got to stay awake, otherwise I'm not going to make it down.
I think I've had more showers today than I've had in the last month.
Yeah.
I've just been in and out. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, there is no alternative. It's
no, because you go, hey, Monsieur le Chef. So, talk us through how you prepare your roast.
I'm picking it up as I go along. I'm doing a pork loin, so I'm just going to put some like garlic and rosemary and olive oil on it, and then just do it about an hour 20 or something like that. Pretty straightforward. Roast potatoes, and then whatever else you want to put in. I should do it.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll be around at 7.
Have a look.
So,
what meat are you cooking?
Pork loin.
Oh, very nice. Pardon me.
Can't get a lot of fat here. They don't trim it too much. It's hard to get a good layer of fat. But what are you going to do? I can't get any crackling on there, unfortunately. So
we don't tend to eat much pork.
You don't? Oh, I love it. The kids like it as well.
Oh, my legs are blown.
Get more pork here than anything else, actually. More than beef, but all the beef cuts are like steak cuts, you know. It's hard to get a joint. Or you get brisket cuts.
Didn't make it till half an hour to come down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was easily that long last night. Once I got to bed, you know, about 1:45. I was still buzzing at 1:30.
Yeah. I think my legs
are exploding.
Jesus. Oh, talk amongst yourselves. I'm throwing myself in pain.
Have you had a beer yet?
Oh.
Have you had a beer yet? Are you having a beer? I think I've lost him.
Not yet. Brewdog Punk IPA.
Oh, very nice. I'm saving it. I could do one right now.
Yes, I mean, I would have done if I'd had any more beers in the house.
Oh, no.
You do most of the cooking, Ricky.
It's my internet again.
Oh, yeah. Jeannie does everything else, though. It's like she'll be outside rewiring the outside lights outside the house.
That's a good division of labour in my books.
I cook, and I mean, I'm used to stuff.
Apart from sweeping the roof.
I can do that, yeah. Once and once only. That wasn't too bad, actually, once I got up there. I was expecting it to be a lot more difficult. You know, I'm not good with heights, so... but I handled it relatively well, actually, once I got up there. All right, there we go. Got a nice little slather of garlic, rosemary, olive oil,
nice.
Salt and pepper. And then it's not going to take long. £2. You guys all eat earlier on then? I suppose you'd have had to.
What's that?
Did you eat? Oh, you had lasagna earlier on, right?
No.
That's good. That'll set you up well.
Lord, are you frozen or are you just keeping still?
I think he's having internet bother.
I think he's frozen.
Yeah.
Dodgy internet connect. It's these techies. Never trust a techie.
True story.
Oh, come on, last climb. Oh. Not quite sure why I'm doing this, putting a climb in there.
Yeah, you don't need to be.
When I could just take it easy.
You could just go downhill all the way. You know.
I think I'm mad. Certifiable.
All right, that's that. Now potatoes. We'll do some of those.
Oh.
My lockdown potatoes looking a bit questionable.
Oh, is that a normal potato?
Yeah.
Blimey.
Welcome to Texas, son.
Do you bake or roast?
Roast. Got to do a little 10-minute parboil, and then drain them, and then the important thing is give it a shake, right?
Yeah.
And then roast it. Huh?
Blanch. That's called blanching, isn't it?
Well, no, not with the potato. It's parboiling.
Okay.
Blanching is like 2 minutes or whatever. I think. It is in this house anyway. In this house, it's whatever I say it is. Nobody else knows how to cook anything. See what? I'll put you over here. That might be the best angle for food and what have you. Cool. I'll grab myself a beer. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to have it ready. Right, there you go. I'm going to leave that there.
Oh,
Nice Texan craft beer.
that's my incentive.
Yeah.
Andy's clearly given up the ghost.
Has he? Yeah.
Bailey, come here.
Yeah, I've actually had a pretty productive day today. And apart from cycling, I've like did a bunch of stuff out in the backyard. I've started spraying. We've got to restain our fence. We've got about 5 miles of bloody 8-foot high fence, and it's in a shocking condition. But I power washed it today, or like a bit of it, and it came up like new. So.
I can't really hear you.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. I'll talk
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
I think I can't concentrate on much. I'm just enjoying watching you cooking.
Easy.
Is that your dog, Ricky?
Yeah, we have 2.
Oh, really? What have you got?
We've got a big one, Daisy. I don't think we had Daisy when you came over.
No, I've seen pictures of days ago, but
Yeah, she's getting on now. She's 10 now. And then, so she's a red heeler mix. And then we've got this other little scruff bag who was found roaming.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. Ellie, say hi.
I bet that's the noisy one. Yeah.
She's good. I mean, she's a good guard. She's a good deterrent, you know. How are we doing for time? That's it. Final half hour. I'm getting there.
Yeah. Less than that now. 33 minutes. 27 minutes.
Yeah.
I reckon.
You got it.
God.
So how many have you done? 5?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And I did the quarter an hour at the start as well.
Yeah.
Quarter into. I'm stupid. Especially as Pete offered to do one of them. No. I will not. I don't think I'll be able to walk tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything tomorrow.
Know.
Rest day tomorrow. Might do some yoga tomorrow. Do a bit of stretching. That'll be it.
I'm having a gentle walk with the dog in the woods.
Yeah.
A long hot bath.
Yeah. Do much stretching?
Not enough, but I'm doing more and more now.
You've got it, haven't you? Yeah.
And a lot of that's down to my hamstrings.
Yeah.
I try and do as much as I can. Charlie's brilliant at it.
Yeah.
So she had a real go at me, which kind of jibbies me up a bit.
Yeah. I have a 10-minute thing I found on Facebook. It's 10-minute cycling stretch, and I do it every morning. 10 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good.
Can you finish the link?
Yeah.
Because I like that. We've got a 20-minute yoga one.
Yeah.
We sort of yoga stretch.
Yeah.
Which I like. But I do stretching. I tend to do weights in a stretch session every day. Oh, you're back. Or not? Yes.
Can you hear it?
You're back, Lardy.
Can you hear us, Andy?
You caved in again.
I can see you, love. Can you hear us?
Andy, can you hear us?
Yes.
Good, there you go.
Yeah, yes.
Cool.
No. All kinds of pain. Oh, well, stop. I am slowing down slowly. I can't go.
Just to go, lad. 25 minutes.
Pete's gone off to do bits. Ricky's giving me a roast pork loin lesson. And Andy's kind of having technical problems. Okay. Andy, you are still having problems.
Yes.
What's that? Broadband?
Well, yeah, I think problems with get through to
your broadband issues.
Only emergency talk to anybody. But yeah, just keep cutting out a couple of other routes to get down to the cabin here.
Okay.
Ready?
Huh? You got it? Yorkshire pudding preparation is underway now.
One of my favourites.
I've got the kids into it. Americans have never heard of Yorkshire puddings, but my stepkids are very much on board now with the whole Yorkshire pudding thing. When I don't screw them up, even as a Yorkshireman, still occasionally screw up my Yorkshire puddings. There was a period of about a month where every time I did them, they went wrong and they came out like muffins, and I couldn't understand what it was. And it turned out Jeannie had put self-raising flour instead of plain flour in the flour jar. So I was basically making cakes instead of Yorkshire puddings. I thought I'd lost my mind.
Yeah, I don't know why the iPad's playing up jerky. Because I mean, it's on the TV, it was streaming Netflix fine. It was 10 megaseconds. It seems to be playing up.
Where are you? Are you like down the bottom of the garden or something?
Yes, end of the garden. So it's about 30 from the house. Long thing.
You're away from your router then.
20 to go. Internet over power line down to the cabin. So I've got the mesh network in the house.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Past the Ethernet power line, then over the power cable, then another router in here.
Oh, bloody hell. Yeah.
Here, which keeps packing.
Yeah, it's packing in now.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold of Sky again. But I think the day leave, then I need.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Stu, you all right?
Very good, thanks. How was it the last hour? How are you feeling?
Knackered.
I bet.
18 and a half minutes to go. It's getting slower by the minute.
Yeah, I struggled the last 10 yesterday, that's for sure. How you doing, Andy?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, so say my last stint, I lost one year and me off the bike to try and sort stuff out. And
we're losing you now, Andy. I'm losing your audio. Is coming and going. I'm not sure if your internet's coming and going again.
It's not good, mate.
Hey, Mickey, dinner time again. We should stop meeting for dinner. I saw you pop by earlier. I saw that photo.
It's like,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm always cooking, huh?
Yeah. What is it tonight?
Well, it's Sunday, so we're having a Sunday roast tonight. We're having roast pork with roast potatoes and Yorkshire puddings tonight.
Fabulous.
Midnight our time before it's done, probably. But, a little cruise around Sydney Harbour on my Peloton. Very nice. I was looking for you, but
yeah, social distancing. There's not a lot I can do about that. Sorry, I would have been there.
Of course, silly of me.
Andy, girl's birthday today, huh? Oh, I think he's resetting something again.
He's been having problems for the last hour or so.
Time to switch to 4G.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure how good a signal he's got down there.
So what's the total up to? How much we raised now?
If only you were a techie that worked for IBM.
He's a coder. He's not a cable crimper.
He's using
expertise.
Pierre.
Oh, he's back.
I mean, I was about connecting it.
Oh, he's on.
He needs to let me in.
Oh, and so I think you got to let Andy in again.
I've just tried. He should be coming on.
He's got a second connection coming through.
Yeah, less.
Oh, my wife brought the bees in.
I think.
Okay, chaps, we're ready.
Okay.
Got a top up. This is for you, Stewie.
They don't sell that here. Absolutely never seen it.
Well,
comes out.
Who would
Reading,
drink it? It's piss water. Who would drink it? But here we are. I happen to have a couple of cans spare from when Robert was last here, so let's get rid of them. Make space in the fridge. So putting the it's going in the wrong way. And let's get some vantage point. Not all that. It's leaning up against the kettle. And no.
It's the dish rack on the floor again.
No, that's there. There's a. I'm draining the colander.
Come back, but he couldn't ride.
So I'll be ready to ride you out at the end, but I'm going to sit and enjoy that. It's too noisy otherwise, so I'll wait till the end. We'll just sit on it and be ready to join you. Hello, hi Andy.
Captain Chaos, yeah.
There you go. Cheers. Drinking on the job again.
Yorkshire pudding batter.
Here's to you.
What's the batter for, Ricky? Yorkshire puds.
And just general stamina.
Oh, fantastic. Stewie, are you in the garage again?
You on the bike, Stu?
Yeah. I haven't got a drink, so I'll show a photo.
Oh.
Charlie's having
a
Cheers, boys.
Oh, my medicine.
Jaeger shot.
Give it back to me.
Man.
Oh, here we go. Cheers.
We're a bit wobbly here. Oh, well done.
Hey, Charlie.
Bike just fell off
That's
the
not the
turbo
drink we
trainer.
want.
Oh,
Bike just fell off the turbo trainer.
Okay, no, I'm dropping right now.
Cheers, Ricky.
Oh, I can.
Here we go.
I can taste it.
That's what you know me
Tastes
for.
good.
12 when we're
Yeah, we're going to have to cut Andy off.
Paddling again.
Mine. That one, Cunningham one as well.
Andy's got disco lights going on.
What's that?
It's like you've got disco lights going on. This is just a reflection at my end.
No, that's just his broadband.
Getting the shine. Getting the shine on.
Oh, just go gently.
Hang on, Charlie. I'm going to get on the bike. Wait, take a picture.
I'm afraid I'm not wearing the gear.
Denton. That's a funny bike. He's in one of those lying back things with the flags on the back.
Really
Nope, I'm
I'm
on the sofa. Cheers.
Cheers, Mr. Dog.
Still pedaling?
I'm not quite there. I've got 5 minutes before I can start enjoying the beer.
Oh, I'll stop.
Oh, look. It's his and hers uniform.
Oh, my bum hurts.
I don't want to know.
Yeah. The thing is, he's wearing her uniform.
That's also not good.
We lost Jim. I think Jim's gone to bed, has he?
Yeah, missing in action.
Yeah, he has.
Maybe he's watching
Cheers,
from
anyway.
bed.
Well done.
Important to hydrate. Well done. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Most enjoyable.
Oh, 10 minutes to go.
I've just had my 8 hours sleep, so I'm okay. Just the legs don't know that yet.
That's probably about 3 times what Charlie and Owen have had put together.
Owen can sleep anywhere, as we know.
So true.
Oh, no. Big supporters just turned up.
Is that what you call him?
Yeah, oh, thanks. Can I hear you? Come and lean into it.
I'm glad you can, you big lump. Where's your beer? Hello, mate. Hi, Callum.
Callum doesn't come for the beer, he doesn't come to see us. That's pretty much it, yeah.
Do you keep the beer fridge in there?
I know. You both going to go out?
I'm literally spinning the last one of the down.
Let me see it.
Not too much for you.
It's not too much. Yeah, it is too much, isn't it? It's definitely too much. Photos, so I don't mind. Otherwise, when you get to me, hold it down. You can take a couple because it's good to get the screens in as well.
That's a most relaxed cadence that Denton is demonstrating there.
I think his left elbow must be starting to ache. Poor guy.
I'd imagine that pedaling any time after dinner is akin to Denton's law of skiing uphill.
Totally.
Just not going to happen.
You ain't going to walk uphill, that's for sure, yeah.
My study's underneath Francesca's bedroom, so thought I wouldn't.
No.
I'm sure she's probably awake and whatever on the internet anyway.
Meanwhile, I'm enjoying Andy's aerobatic routine.
He's vanished now. You've embarrassed him.
He's gone to join Jim.
That's 40 at the moment. That's me. I think I need to
if I'm doing like properly weight training, I need 50.
Ricky, I can smell something burning, Ricky.
Those two big ones.
Yeah, that's my arse cheeks.
Holding my arse.
Well, if you were to want to come in,
Sandwich them between, couldn't you? I suppose.
yeah, you could.
He's gone to check the Texas barbecued chalfons.
Absolutely.
He'll come in with a whole half a cow. Pig, actually, yeah. Wheeling
Kind
the
of a
spit
sore
rack.
horn.
In preparation.
You got the sous chef on it, have you?
Right. She's out doing man's work. She's out washing the cars.
The cows? You wash cows in Texas?
Staining the paint, all the things that she does while I'm indoors cooking.
In England, we go to cows.
For a bit of sailing, yeah.
The pubs aren't too bad too.
By the way, Ricky, tell the pilot again the propeller stopped turning, buddy. I think somebody's crashed vertically into your lounge. Another spot landing.
Right.
I'm not as good as I once was, but I'm as good once as I ever was.
Pete, you look like you're having to crouch down because you're touching the ceiling.
I could touch it. Oh, I can touch the ceiling. Vitruvian. It's a low extension. I'm on the HMS Victory, medical deck. It's got a red floor. I tiled it myself. That's why I stub my toes every time I walk in here barefoot.
Nice.
Not the most level of jobs. It's supposed to be rustic.
Oh.
I think it's slated for reslating.
Andy's back.
No, that's Andy's front. That's Andy's back.
That's Andy's back.
He's gone back to the gurning hoop.
Hi. Turned off the Wi-Fi, just got on the 4G on the phone. That's better.
Sometimes it's the way to go. Just don't
I
turn on
don't
5G,
need that on
Andy.
here because I started at 9:45 on here.
I'm sure I'll be ever paying the bill, well, one way or another anyway.
You're okay on 4G, Andy. COVID only travels on 5G.
Think about being already.
Is
Oh,
it
he's off
nearby?
again.
Yeah, that was certainly,
Right, got to put another $10 in the sim.
That's what I do every 6 months. I bribe the instructor. Oh,
That's
not
better,
that
Owen.
sim.
Much better.
Is that the alcohol-free one, Andy?
Looks like a Duvel's to me.
Brewdog.
Fun.
Nice.
There you go.
Punk IPA, there we go.
Is that a local?
It's 4.5%. They're not alcohol free, no.
I said
From
local.
the US?
Local.
No. Oh, I think it's from the USA. It said.
No. Punk IPA's Brewdog's British.
Well, I guess the good thing about getting drunk on a turbo is that you're less likely to fall off, although I already have.
Nice.
I'm not drunk.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Yeah. Oh, I can taste it now.
No, that's the bile coming up. I'm cycling too much.
Most likely.
I'm at max range here. Can't sit any further back. Headphones can't go any further. I'll lean forward.
I was doing that, yes, just to ease the buttocks yesterday, moving further and further back on the saddle. God, it was
Nowhere to sit that's not growing a little pimple, eh?
Yeah, a bench would have been better. This pole I'm sitting on really hurts.
I can send around my friend, Dr. Lancelot.
Glad I chafed off the top a bit.
No.
Okay, take you to the vet tomorrow.
Not that I'm counting down.
Come on.
I've got to start work in 2 minutes. What's Jim's excuse?
He's in work in bed.
I definitely like the look of
working
Denton's
really hard.
recumbent washing my hair.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
How much have we raised?
2 minutes. 2,060.
Not bad.
I think there's more to come from a friend of mine, a neighbour. Next door neighbours put in 50. Very, very kind of them and very generous. Kathy's parents put something in. They're down as M&M. Didn't see what it was.
Did we get
That's
something
Martin,
from Sign Lisa?
Martin and Muriel. So, yeah.
I saw John Wilson had put some in yesterday.
In fact, I'll be doing a second one in lieu of the old guy.
If we don't let Ruby out now, hopefully she'll like it. But we've both got to get up at 9. Too cold, fine. I'll probably go straight to my room. 1 minute.
Is somebody taking a screenshot of this with a picture of James looking
Hold
like
on.
a...
Need to record it.
Mm.
Do it.
I'll grab my glass then.
Jim,
Oh no, Callum, quick. Record on this computer. What do I press? Record. Record on the computer.
You need to take that fringe out your eyes, Callum.
That's That's organic PPE.
You could lend it to Dad or me.
Right, let me cup it.
We're not going near my hair. Don't know why. Oh, 50.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey!
Well done.
Let's keep cycling. Let's go around
Oh,
the world one more time.
Give me that beer. Oh, come on.
Make him pedal for it.
Cheers, laddies. Cheers.
Oh, damn.
Fantastic job. Oh.
Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Yeah, well done, Charlie. Well led. Thanks for leading out the pace and bringing it home.
Well done.
Is that Lonnie?
I said, well done, you two, for all the organising.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It's
absolutely.
Pleasure. Do you know what? Same time next week then?
What are you doing tomorrow?
Talking to myself. No one
I think travel's being opening up here before then, so I'll be okay. I'll be at it. I won't be able to make it. Sorry about that.
I thought we were starting again now.
Restrictions are being lifted. I just can't make next week.
I don't think I'm going to be doing this for a while.
I have booked flights for next March, February,
Good
March.
lad.
Yeah.
Think a gentle dog walk tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a great day. What a fantastic day. Ah. God.
Give us the biodata then. What's your heart rate at?
Hold on. I think it was about 128.
Oh, not bad.
Big
day's work.
I'll tell you in a second. Oh.
That's a good day's effort. So
think I'm
absolutely
up to-
you Hugheses, the instigators and the organisers, yeah, well done, fantastic.
Yeah, really well done.
You will think twice about asking again.
Drinking beer and slowly pedalling. I'm still less than
You
100.
made something happen.
Pete,
I heard
so
next time it was
my heart
roller
rate on that
skating.
session did get up to 151.
Ah, yeah, very good.
But my average speed was still 18.8.
You smashed it. Knocked me out of the park on every count.
That kilometre.
Oh, good God. What do I do now?
A bed, probably.
Striptease, shave your head. Put your hair back on.
Wash it a lot.
It's been washed 5 times today. That shower's never been used so much.
Yeah.
Maybe you should then. Where's Stu going? Is Stu in his neighbour's garden now?
I just popped out of the garden. No, that's really cool. I can't even see myself. I'm just a big silhouette now. There we
Palm
go.
trees, eh? Fantastic.
I'm by the pool.
Oh, look at that.
What idea is she in a pool about now?
Living the
that'd be
dream.
lovely. Your hot, sweaty body in the nice pool.
Oh,
Extra chlorine required.
Something to feed the crocs.
Ricky, have you got a pool?
No, we deliberately bought a house without one, which is harder to find one without than with.
Yeah.
But
Really?
anymore, the
You
kids
got
got a pond, yeah.
Big cause of child death, isn't it? Yeah, you don't want to.
Yeah, big mozzie nets over them down where you live, don't you? Generally.
Florida. That's Florida.
Yeah.
But
Is it?
not too bad here. But yeah, we I figured out my last house. It costs about $2,000 a year to maintain one, and I was probably getting in it 4 times a year. So it's like $500 a swim. Viable, is it? You know, there's ways of doing it than that. So
yeah. I hear you.
Whose dogs?
Not mine.
Daisy.
Not mine.
Daisy. Stop it.
Can smell the roast pork.
Pete.
Man's best friend.
Oh, that is good. It's good on the lips.
Obviously, we had to get the Corona beer.
Oh, didn't spot. Fantastic. Yes. You should bring it up close for a screenshot. Show that it's a Corona. Come on, you've got to bring it up to the camera. You've got to get a shot of that.
Yes, I had cases.
Oh, I'm here, aren't I?
Up, let's.
Yeah.
You're blocking me.
Yeah, perfect. Carry on.
I think I better detach myself from this machine now.
Yeah, might as well. I'm just standing and straddling one, which is pointless, really. So
yes,
stand by for ripping
it might
denim.
be permanently well. That's good.
We'll take these.
You're going to do the washing up, Pete. That's good.
No, it's
Did you get the girls out today driving?
That's drying now.
Yes.
How did they get on?
They didn't crash.
Perfect.
Oh, that's good.
Perfect day.
What did you ask for?
Yeah, they got to learn to be a bit more delicate on the pedals. You know, it seems to be binary. It's on or off. You know, whether it's the clutch, the brake, or the accelerator. I said gentle. Standing on an egg, you've got to be very gentle and push it. You know, it's. But a couple of hairy moments where they just drop the clutch and pull the accelerator. Fine if you're an expert driver like Stewie, but
of course.
When you've no idea what's going to happen next, and they just suddenly scream and panic. What do I do now?
And you haven't got dual control.
No.
What are they like at handbrake turns?
Donuts.
Most teenagers haven't had much practice standing on eggs either, so it's probably not a good analogy. But
no, absolutely.
We're all given it.
Good point, well made.
I was telling
on your iPhone.
I was telling Denton earlier on about when I first met you. My first memory of you is wearing mismatched Converse trainers and doing donuts around the car park in your XR2.
Nice.
No, that must have been somebody else.
What did you describe Ben at that point?
Pink and blue Converse sounded lovely.
Yeah, how did you describe me then, Ricky?
Ugly and Welsh. No change. I know he's Irish now. I forgot.
Yeah. Well, soon to be Irish.
So is he.
I just get very confused these days.
Yeah, that's why we're raising money for you.
Yeah.
Nothing new.
Right, cheers, boys. Last mouthful.
Okie dokie.
I'm going to have some porridge.
Thanks, everyone. We'll see you soon.
Champions.
Yeah, take care.
Great effort.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thanks,
well done,
you.
Owen.
Yes,
thanks for organising all.
I will sort a virtual catch up with all of us in the next weekend, but not with exercise.
No.
Okay.
And I'll gather together all footage to send to you to then decide how to collate it.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, have to be
Nice
after 8:30 because I'm on call next weekend. So.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
Sounds good. All right.
Sleep well.
Have a good one, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Cheers. Double thumbs up.
He's already gone. They're going. They're dropping like
They're gone.
They're dropping like